up, Big Rod? How about you, man? Shay, we are live, just so you know. What's up, Big Rod? How about you, man? Just so you know. Hey, Shay. I got a black screen. What do you have up? Just so you know. Okay, I have all black screen. Hey, Shay. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. So what was that static coming from if you couldn't hear me, Shay? I hear myself now. You want me to switch mics?
Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of talking. I think it's
Hey, well, Shay, first of all, I'm not stripping on camera, man. Let me step out front of the camera and switch mics. What are you doing? Yeah, the microphone is on. You talk about taking my camera, switching mics while I'm on camera live. Cameras are an amazing thing until one day you have them on and you ain't supposed to have them on. So I'll give you this microphone now. Mic check, mic check. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. If you're out there watching right now, we're getting ready to get started. Give us about a minute or two. Had to just switch microphones real quick, and you know how that goes. And got to get your microphone. Got to make sure we got good sound. And so I just want to switch mics, and then I'll be all ready for you. Okay, we're good. The good news is, so worst case scenario, you just switch to the handheld. You know. All right. By the way, if you're watching live now, go ahead and check in right now. You can say, "Hey, Trevor, I'm here." You know that I'm a big believer that at the start of every BlackCEO event, I'm a big believer in shouting out those speakers, coaches, authors, people in the personal professional development space, those people who are just out there to make a difference in the world. I believe in you. And we believe in shouting you out and sharing with the world what you do to make a difference.
We're still getting just a little bit of static.
Okay, just a little bit of static.
Make sure that the wire
is not
all the way out.
Mic check, mic check. Let's take this. You can mute it, Chef, if you want. All right, go ahead and first let me just see who do we have out here. Let me just open up my trusty Facebook Live account and let me just see who we have here. Alrighty, let me just go here. And let me just check. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here today. For many of you, you are watching as part of today's broadcast around how do you become part of the BlackCEO network. I see that I'm cut off, so I'll go ahead and just move in. I'll just move in just a little bit. Okay. All right. Let me give a couple of shout outs to the people who are out here watching live real time right now. And okay, let me repeat that. Okay, first, big shout out to Carolyn McLemore, Kathy Sermon, Sade Madugal. Big shout out to Tina C. Haas. Tina, I see your message. I see there's still a lot of static. Let me just. Okay, let me just fix that real quick. Give me a second to make sure you get good sound.
You see this?
Okay.
Let me see that sound. Yeah, now try that.
Okay.
I think the shirt was rubbing.
Mic check. Make sure there's no more static. Somebody give me a mic check. Somebody give me a Trevor is static or Trevor is not. No more static. I want to make sure the message is clean.
You are. You're not. Still getting it.
So, okay.
He switched points on these. Right?
Okay, got it. Let me just switch this mic real quick. Okay.
Let's see this.
Okay. I'll just switch this mic out. The world of professional recording.
I can go get the stand coming to out the car on that one too.
No, we're fine.
Make sure that's not muted. Okay, so I'll mute and then put it inside.
Yeah, I just put it in my inside pocket. Give me a mic check so I'll make sure everything is fine.
Can you hear him?
Mic check, Glenn. Okay, good, no static.
Is that better?
Clean sound. Okay. Now, by the way, as we're getting started and we're getting the microphones all together and things like that, a couple things I want everybody to do. Post your first name, post your last name, tell us where you're from, and tell us a little bit about the product, the service, the mission, the organization, or the brand that you represent. Go ahead and do that now so that we know a little bit more about the speakers and the coaches in the office who are here today and the people who are in business and the people who are in the business of speaking. One of the things that we're going to do today is we're really going to talk about how to be a part of the BlackCEO Broadcast Network. And if you are interested in speaking and being part of the BlackCEO Broadcast Network, today is your day. Okay. Okay. Tina, give me a mic check and let me know what we got. Okay. All right. Tiffany Law. Good. She says good night all. Okay, Kathy Sermon, Tina C. Hines, Michelle Bryant, Wayne, DeVoice Matthews, Carolyn McClure, Kathy Sermon, Sade McDougal, Cassie Gainey, Ursula Gannett, Lexi Jones. Let me just make sure. Emmerich Peace with the Peace Team. Just make sure I don't miss anybody. Erica McKnight, Lachelle Barnett. All right. Okay. So one of the things before we get started tonight is I don't care where I'm at in the world or what time it is. I remember what it was like when I got started as a speaker. I do remember, looking and fighting for opportunities to get my chance to get my message out there. And ironically enough, I remember when I started my first business, and it was the same fight. It was the fight to get my business in front of people, to just get a chance to show how good my product was, to get a chance to show how good my service was. And when I first got into speaking, which was, a different elevation, which I was fighting to get my message out there. And so sometimes when we are having these events, people say, Trevor, why do you always stop to highlight all these people, and why do you have to do what we call the infinite shout out? Well, here's the reason. Is because sometimes you need somebody to tell the world about your business. And sometimes you need somebody to tell the world about your message. And sometimes we got to be a stand for each other. Sometimes we got to be a stand for somebody other than ourselves. Sometimes we got to get used to cheerleading for somebody else's team. And so whenever I start a BlackCEO event or any other type of event that I'm a part of, the one thing that you're going to see us do and see me do is you're going to see us take the time out to highlight you, that professional, that entrepreneur, that mompreneur, dadpreneur, that speaker, that coach, that author. And the reason why we do it is because, one, we love you, and number two, everybody needs a shot. So first thing I want to do before we get started today is in the comment section, just post your first name, post your last name, tell us where you're from. Just, tell us literally where you're from. You're from Kansas, from DC, where you're from. First name, last name, tell us where you're from, and then tell us a little bit about the product, the service, the mission, the organization, and the brand that you represent. Now, today is a very special day. It's a legacy day, and today I'm going to reveal not only how you can be a part of the BlackCEO Broadcast Network, how you can get in front of hundreds of thousands of people with your products, with your services, with your message, and I'm going to teach you not just how to do it. And at the end of this conversation, here's what you can expect. Regardless of whether you decide to throw your lot in with the Black CEO Network, or you decide to do your own thing, I guarantee you that the information is really going to be life-changing, business-changing, and be something that you can use in your business, not just today, but tomorrow. And I saw a quote. And matter of fact, let me just see if I can find this quote real quick. I wrote it down, and let me just see if I can find the quote. I thought it was a very good quote that I saw today. Okay, it said that tactics are right for right now, but strategies are for tomorrow. Ignore the latter at your own cost, and it was sort of it was what they were really speaking to and speaking about is that sometimes you have these internet tactics that you use to kind of create a bump in the moment. But what you really need to have long-term success is really a strategy. And so today we're going to be talking about a strategy that no matter what business you're in, no matter what product you sell, no matter what service you're in, no matter what industry you're in, if you do this, it will work. Here's the thing. I'm elated because we have been experimenting with ways to get people engaged in interacting with your Facebook Lives and your videos. And when we did the first BlackCEO event, we were very happy because we had 121,000 views. And, in the grand scheme of things, 121,000 views is probably nothing compared to maybe a CBS or, a Fox television. But in the small business world, being able to generate 121,000 pure views on a webinar or a conference call or a Facebook Live, it's a pretty big deal. And here's the thing. It is not enough for me to sit here and be able to toot my own horn about, hey, everybody, I got 121,000 views. Well, that was last month's success. That was last week's success. That's old news. Because the real goal is, how do you get to 1 million views? How do you get to 10 million views? How do you get to tens of millions of viewers interacting with your content? And how do we put the spotlight on what we're doing as a community? So for those of you who are just tuning in, I want to be clear because sometimes, I can be a bit controversial, but I want to let you know my name is Trevor Ives. I'm the founder of BlackCEO. And as a Black CEO, I'm unapologetic about the cultural distinction that we represent in the marketplace. And I believe that there is, I'm very happy and I'm very proud about the unique distinction that we as Blacks bring to the marketplace. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we did inside of the Black CEO organization, inside the Black CEO network, is that we didn't just build the network where we got a chance to highlight ourselves. That we didn't just build the network where it was all about me. And so this network is about collaboration. And so one of the things that my mentor taught me, George C. Frazier, he said this. He said, listen, he said, I'm going to just sit this on this chair real quick, and I'm going to be highlighting. By the way, post your first name, post your last name, tell us where you're from, tell us a little bit about the product, the service, the mission, the organization, or the brand that you represent, so that I can highlight you. Like Yasmary Rodriguez and Sheila Reynolds and Regetta ZK and just some of the people that you have out there right now. And by the way, if you're getting me loud and clear, just hit the thumbs up button. Just hit that little thumbs up button. Just let me know you got me loud and clear. So here's what George said. George said that when we cooperate, that 1 + 1 = 2. He said, but when we collaborate, 1 and 1 = 11. And let me just say that again. And if you're listening right now, go ahead and just put that in the comment section. He said that, when we cooperate, that 1 + 1 = 2. But that when we collaborate, and this is the key, that when we collaborate, that 1 and 1 = 11, #11. And this is about a collaborative effort to generate business, to generate an audience, to generate leads and to generate clients and customers for the people that are a part of this network. And so if I might just be a bit candid, I wrote on my board a few things the other day. And one of the things I wrote on my board was I wrote on my whiteboard, and it's been there now for about 3 weeks. And it says that let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. And I put that on my board, and every day when I come out of my room, the first thing I see is let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. And I've seen many collaborative opportunities out there where it looks like collaboration. Holla if you know what I'm talking about. It looks like collaboration, but that when you start to peel it back, when you start to get behind the scenes, it's really just a gimmick that somebody has created to benefit themselves. And so what I want to let you know that tonight, there is no gimmicks. There is a sincere desire to see collaboration amongst black professionals, coaches, experts, entrepreneurs and leaders to be able to work together in such a manner that we benefit each other. And I'm going to talk to you today about some of the specific technology that we are using in our business right now. I'm going to talk to you about some of the specific technology that we've been using to generate tens of thousands, and in many cases, hundreds of thousands of views. And if you follow the methodology, you'll be able to have success too. So part of the reason that this thing works, the founding principle is very simple. By the way, put this in the comment section right now. Just put hashtag 11. Just put hashtag. And what is hashtag 11 about? And this is the founding principle behind how this is going to work. Right? It comes from a friend of mine, a mentor of mine, George Frazier, and he said that when we cooperate, that 1 + 1 = 2. But that when we collaborate, that 1 and 1 = 11. And that for us to truly be successful, for us to really find the success that we're looking for, that we got to get better at collaborating. And collaborating is really how we work together. But let's work together is very different than let's work on something that benefits me. And oftentimes, we come together and we're like, okay, we're going to all work together, but we only see a benefit for the person who's heading up the initiative. And so let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. And so one of the things that we had to be clear, we had to check ourselves. Trevor had to check himself. I had to look in the mirror and I had to say, this collective, this network that we're building, is it something that is built to benefit me, or is it built to benefit the whole? And that if it's built to benefit me, then we got to go back to the drawing board. Because let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. So today we're going to be working on something where we are going to work together. And so if you are a speaker, if you are a coach, if you are an author, if you are a leader, if you are genuinely interested in making the world the better place through the products and services that you offer, through the service that you provide for the world, then this is going to be the place for you. And so tonight's a very special night because tonight is the night where we open up the BlackCEO Broadcast Network, where we open it up to those of you who have businesses out there, that we open it up to those of you who have products out there, to those of you who have services out there, for those of you who have a message. So you got to speak, you got a message, you got a product, you got a service, you got a heart for the people, then this is going to be for you. Now, the one thing that I said before I get started, I told you, I never ever start a broadcast, I never ever start a talk without taking the time out to highlight people who are out there doing it in the world, who have businesses, who have products, and who have services. So if you're just watching, first, post your first name, post your last name, tell us where you're from, post that, and then tell us a little bit about your product or service in the comment section below. Do that first. Just do that first. The second thing that I want you to do is take the time out and like somebody else's post. Learn about somebody else's business. This is called virtual networking. Get to know somebody else other than yourself. and legitimately care about somebody else's business. Last thing I would ask anybody to do that's watching right now, if you're watching right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button. Not because there's some inherent benefit to you, but that because you want to benefit another person. Let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. Today I'm asking that we all work together. And this initiative is not based around, being famous. This initiative is based around service. Let me give a couple of highlights, and then I want to come back to that. Okay, I see Ursula Garnett, Sheila Reynolds said, "When we cooperate, 1 + 1 = 2, but when we collaborate, 1 + 1 = 11." Anna D. Banks says, "Let's work together." Tanya Enjoy Carter is the CEO of VIP Divas Inc. I like that. VIP Divas Inc. Big shout out. Tina C. Hines, Regetta ZK says, #11. How you doing, Tiffany Mayfield? Has a awesome insurance company out in Texas, ER Spalding. By the way, Tiffany, we're coming to Houston soon. I think we come in June. BlackCEO comes there. Lexi Jones, #11. Jawan Jones, #11. Casey Gainey, the second, #11. Erica McKnight, #11. Charlene Elizabeth Jackson, #11. Let me see, Jana Biggins, right? I want to make sure I got your name right. Tony Moore, how you doing? #1 African-American trademark attorney in the world. She is on the broadcast. If you don't know who she is, you better ask somebody. Mary J. Huntley out there. And we got people going from San Antonio, Texas, South Africa. Yasmary Rodriguez. Okay, so I just want to make sure, if I haven't shouted your business out, because you didn't post your business in the comment section. So do that, because I want to make sure to tell the world about your business. Okay? All right. Now, this initiative that we're going to be talking about today is really predicated on our ability to work together. And Shay, if you'll give me those markers over there off of the board, because I think this one is a little bit dry. Okay. All right. So.
The buzz is fixed. They say there's some buzzing going on, man.
Okay.
These chairs out your way on this side. It's like you box in.
Okay. I got you. I'll need that chair back at some point, but it's okay. All right. Now, I have been watching. I have been watching a lot of posts on Facebook lately, and one post that's become popular is "I'm a boss." Be a boss. Who's a boss? Everybody's a boss. And I love these statements, from a cliche-ish kind of way. But one of the things I realize is that while we got a lot of people running around talking about, I'm a boss, I want to be a boss, but truly to be a boss, you have to have a heart of a servant. And that if you don't have the heart of a servant, you're never going to be a boss. Or you're not going to be a boss that other people are going to enjoy working for. And that I think that our focal point has to be, and I mean, that's where everybody is sitting in the room right now, even for those of you who are watching online, is I think our focal point has to not be on being a boss. Our focal point has to be on being a servant. And that because of how we serve, that we have been elevated to leadership as a result of how our peers have watched us serve. And so, yeah, I like be a boss, but I like be a servant better. And because to be a boss, you really have to have the heart of a servant. And I just want to make sure that as we are attempting to gain greater control over our lives and to have greater impact in the world, that we make sure that we're going into it with the right spirit of heart. And that is to say, is that, and everybody write this down. Just if you're in the room or you're watching online, just write this down. CEO is not a position of power. It's not. CEO is not a position of power. It's a position of submission. And it's a position where you're going to have to submit to your purpose, but you're going to have to also submit to being willing to serve others. Serve those who've decided to serve with you, i.e. people that are on your team, people who've decided to work with you, and in turn, those people serve the people who've decided to be your clients and be your customers. So CEO is not a position of power. It's a position of submission. And I think sometimes because we see those people in positions where they are very powerful and they are in leadership positions, we can think that the position is about that. But the position is about service. So you have to be a servant first. And the greatest servant, the greatest leader of us all was first a servant. And I'll leave it there. So that being said, I'm looking forward to working with these fellow Black CEOs, Black speakers that are out there, but also our fellow servants, those people who are willing to serve. And I know that there are a lot of entrepreneurs out there, but tonight is not about entrepreneurs. It's really about impactpreneurs. And those are people who are looking to make a difference as well as generate revenue simultaneously. So they're looking to make a difference in a dollar at the same time. And I do believe that I think oftentimes in entrepreneurship world, it's sort of like, well, you got to either make a dollar at the expense of making a difference, or if you want to make a difference, you have to sacrifice making a dollar. And I'm of the belief that you can do both. And so tonight, as we're doing a call for speakers, a call for leaders, a call for coaches, because we want to broadcast you, because we want to share you out to the network, because we want to add you to the different stages that we are on all over the world, we are really looking for those people who really want to make a difference and are looking to generate revenue simultaneously. And somebody asked me, said, and I said, well, every great leader, has a vision. And I remember in Sunday school, for those people, if you don't believe it, I actually went to Sunday school. But anyway, I remember the story of Noah's Ark. And Noah's Ark, Noah has to build this ark. And the reason why he wants to build this ark is because Noah wants to save the world. And he has this vision that, there's a flood coming, and that if he doesn't build this ark, that the world is going to die. And so Noah builds this structure that had never been built before, the largest structure ever of its kind. And we talk about this, and we read stories about it, and they even have movies about it now, and it's called Noah's Ark, and there are cartoons about it. And the thing that people focus on is they focus on the fact that Noah built the ark. The thing that they never focus on is the fact that Noah had to have resources to build the ark. And the key thing is what we see each of you doing in your individual silos is that you kind of have this vision, this thing that you want to do for the world, this vision that you have for the world, this product that you have for the world, this service that you have for the world, this message that you have for the world, all because you're trying to make a difference for somebody else other than yourself. And one of the things that we understand about your position is that it is about a commitment to something greater than yourself, and it's about a commitment to something other than yourself. And so many of you who started your business, many of you who are speaking right now, you're not speaking to just hear yourself talk. The reason why you are speaking, the reason why you created your business, the reason why you created your product, the reason why you're operating in your service is because it's about a commitment to something other than yourself, and it's a commitment to something greater than yourself. And because of that, sometimes you get a little wary when the revenue doesn't show up. Sometimes you get a little wary when when the people don't show up, when the interaction doesn't show up, when this difference that you want to make in the world doesn't actually show up. You actually just you're just blown. You're just downtrodden. You're like, I'm doing this for you, but the you that I'm doing it for didn't show up. The you that I did it for didn't even click on the like button. The you that I did it for didn't even buy the product. The you that I did it for didn't even show up on the webinar. The you that I did it for didn't even show up on the conference call. The you that I did it for didn't even show up for the event. The you that I did it for didn't even download my free gift. And you're like, I did all of this stuff for you. And you didn't show up. And oftentimes we like to blame the people who didn't show up. But just maybe we're not utilizing the right strategy. Just maybe we're not utilizing the right technique. Just maybe you don't have the right relationships to get your message, to get your product, to get your services in front of the right people. That maybe the problem is not them, maybe the problem is us. And so if the problem is us, right? Gotcha. Yeah. If the problem is us, then what can we do about it? So let me give you a couple of notes, and we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. First of all, let me just say this. Rule number one is there's more money in what you know than what you do. Everybody go ahead and write that down. There's more money in what you know than what you do. Everybody, write it right now. If you're watching online, put it in the comment section. There's more money in what you know than what you do. Now, is tonight a speaker call? Yes. Is tonight a leader call? Yes. Is tonight going to be about how you can be a part of the broadcast network? Yes. But it's also an opportunity for us to learn. See, here's the rule. So write this down. There's more money in what you know than what you do. So part of this broadcast network is an opportunity for each of you here tonight, each of you who were individually invited, each of you who got the text message, each of you who got the call. It's an opportunity for each of you who were invited tonight. It's an opportunity for you to get a chance to live in the abundance or to live in the overflow of what you know. Now here's what I found. Here's what I found, that most people are operating in the small business space. They're operating in a deficit. That is to say that they have yet to be able to live in the overflow of what they know. Because there's more money in what you know than what you do. But if you find that in what you know, you're still struggling, right? That means that there's a deficit, and that means that you're not living in the overflow of what you know. Everybody just write it down in the comment section right now. I came here to live in the overflow of what I know. Just write it. We're just going to make a declarative statement right now. We're going to declare it. Matter of fact, Shep, I'm going to write it right here. You know, live in the overflow of what I know. And that is to say that you got to put a system together that allows you to maximize your knowledge. And one of the ways to maximize your knowledge is about being a part of the right networks and about broadcasting and about getting your message, your product, and your services out to the rest of the world. You'll never be able to live in the overflow of what you know if you can't get your message out. Now, here's the thing. So rule number one is there's more money in what I know than what I do. Everybody write it. Let me give you 2.0. There's more money in who you know than what you do. So in order for you to start to live in that overflow, you got to monetize what you know, and you got to monetize who you know. Everybody write it. I must monetize what I know, and I must monetize who I know. That is to say that we are networking. And by the way, when we talk about networking is really about us figuring out ways to work together in a collaborative format. But a lot of times when we go to these places and we start networking, it's really about how many business cards you have, not necessarily how can we work together on a common goal. Remember, let's work together. Different than what? Let's do something that benefits me. They're entirely different. So let's make sure that when we network, we're doing something, we're saying let's work together. All right, so what we're talking about is really living in the overflow of what I know. And so today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I know. And before we get started, everybody hit the share button. Everybody hit the share button right now. Now, one of the reasons that I make people take so many actions when I watch, I'm a little bit different probably than when you watch a Shay or when you watch some of the other people, where I'm constantly telling you to write something. I'm constantly telling you to comment and make notes. And here's why. And let me, especially for those people who are new to tuning in right now, here's the number one reason why I decided to do it. Is because, number one, the hand is a digital recorder for the mind. The hand is a digital recorder for the mind. And so one of the ways that you can program your mind is by taking notes. And so what happens is when you take notes, you release your mind to focus on the other information that's being taught. And so when I say the hand is a digital recorder for the mind, if you were to close your eyes and you were to draw a symbol or you were to draw your name, right, even though your eyes were closed, your mind you wrote. Because the eyes can see, or the mind can see without the eyes, but the eyes can't see without the mind. And so here's my big thought for today. If you realize that the mind is an application, it is an app, and if we realize that it was an app, we might actually use it. So one of the reasons that we tell you to take notes is so you can free your mind to focus on the rapid information that's coming your way. Now, here's the thing. Note takers are money makers. Note takers are what? Note takers are what? Note takers are money makers. Well, we know that note takers are money makers, right? That's true, right? And we also know that action takers are money makers. Write it. Note takers are money makers, number one. Number two, action takers are money makers. Well, the first action that a moneymaker takes, is taking notes. They took notes on something. And so if you're not taking notes, if your first action that you're taking is not taking notes, that's a problem. So in the comments section, go ahead and take a note. Hashtag 11. Hashtag note takers are moneymakers. Hashtag the note is a digital recorder for the mind, because we're going to be moving fast. And you got to get into a rhythm. And oftentimes we go into spaces. See, when these screens cut on, I know they're television screens, and I know they're iPhone screens and Samsung screens and cell phone screens and laptop screens and iMac screens and Microsoft Surface screens. And sometimes we can mistake that that's an entertainment device, that I'm here to be entertained. But today is not, you're not here to be entertained. Today you are here to figure out how you can generate more revenue through properly positioning your products and services within the BlackCEO network, so that you can learn how to generate more revenue by positioning your message within the BlackCEO network. And so that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. So we're going to spend about the next, I would say, half an hour going through what is the BlackCEO broadcast network, and then after that, I will open it up for those people who want to be a part of that broadcast network. Now, you may notice on the side of this board that this side goes from 1 to 15, and that this side goes from 16 to 30. The reason why that is because today's broadcast, based upon what we're getting ready to do, we can only take 30 people in the initial group. We can only take 30 people in the initial group. And so I'm going to tell you what we've been doing so far, and then I'm going to tell you how you can be a part of it. But as we're getting started, everybody hit the share button. So we refer to this as the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. And let me tell you what some of you have already realized, and some of you are starting to realize the more and more you watch our broadcast, is that when we generated these hundreds of thousands of views, real time, it's not because of Trevor is so popular, or Shay is so popular, or Ruben is so popular, or Shirley is so popular. It is, we all brought our share to the table. We all brought our influence to the table, and we networked that influence together in such a way that it benefited us all. And so one of the things that's going to start happening with the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective is we're going to take on 30 speakers, 30 messengers of hope, and 30 messengers of 30 difference makers. And we're going to add you to what we call the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about who's already in the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. So there is George C. Frazier and his Power CEO movement. There is the BlackCEO group, the BlackCEO fan page, the BlackCEO personal page. There's the Black Business Empowerment Network. There is BOB, Black-Owned Businesses of Arkansas, Village Connected, Shay and Trevor Network, Show Up For Your Life with Andy Enriquez, the Survival Radio Network, HLIC, Shay and Trevor, and these are just some of the networks that are already a part of this BlackCEO Collective or syndicate. And what is happening is that, let's just say this is you, and you have a message, and you have a product, and you have a service, and you're trying to get it out. What will happen is you will get a chance to broadcast your message through the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. And when your message is broadcast into this collective, it will simultaneously be syndicated to all of the different channels associated with the network at the same time. So let me just kind of paint the picture. Let's just say my name is, let me just pick out somebody here, that my name is Mary Huntley. And Mary Huntley, I just attended an event with Mary Huntley. She's a social media superstar. She's excellent for supporting people. If you need somebody to support you, you want to work with her, right? And what she did is, what she would do is she would say, okay, I want to tell everybody about my social media services. And while she was telling everybody about her social media services, at the time that she was speaking, she wouldn't just be speaking to her group, because her group just represents one leg. Let's just say, I'm going to put Mary's name right here. I'm believing that Mary's going to be one of the first people, right? And Mary is just one leg. But when Mary broadcasts, the only people she's talking to is the people that she knows. That's it. She's only talking to the people she knows. Now, what if when Mary broadcasts, instead of just talking to just the people she knew, what if she got a chance to talk to the people that Trevor knew, the people that Shay knew? What if she got to broadcast simultaneously to the Survivor Radio Network, to Andy Henriquez Short for Your Life movement, to the Shay and Trevor tribe, to the Village Connected tribe, to the Black-owned Business of Arkansas tribe, the Black Business Empowerment tribe, the BlackCEO private Facebook group, the BlackCEO business. What if she was able to simultaneously get her message at one time? She spoke once, but when she spoke, her message was multiplied. See, here's the thing about social media, and I just want to say this, is most people, you know, social media is like this, and this is a quick little note, is that, have you ever been in a room where there's a speaker speaking and you can't quite hear them? And you're in the back of the room, they're in the front of the room, the people on the front row can hear the person, and you're in the back of the room, you can't hear, and you're thinking to the person, speak up, because I can't hear you. But they still don't speak up, and you still can barely hear them. Well, the thing I like about social media is just a megaphone. And if you understand that it's a megaphone, you understand that the more you get connected, the louder your voice is. So now it allows somebody to hear your voice in the back of the room. Now it allows somebody to hear your voice in Arkansas. Now it allows somebody to hear your voice in Texas. Now it allows somebody to hear your voice in Fort Lauderdale. Now it allows somebody to hear your voice within the Power CEO group. It is a multiplication factor. And so what happens is, what you're trying to do is create the ultimate megaphone. It's a megaphone effect. So now you have Mary, who she is inside the BlackCEO collective. She is given day one. And day one, when she speaks, when she broadcasts, and when she's broadcasting a message, everybody in the network receives her message real time. So everybody broadcasts the message at the same time. Then, let's just say day two, let me just pick on somebody else. Let's just say day two is Ursula, right? And let's just say if day two is Ursula, when Ursula broadcasts, not only does she broadcast to her network, but she broadcasts to every other network in the chain simultaneously. This is the syndication effect. This is what it means to be a part of a syndicate. Now remember what I said, that working together is different than let's just do something that benefits me. That is, it's very different. It's very different. So we're moving beyond let's just do something that benefits me. It's talking about, okay, Mary, today we got a chance to do something that benefited you, right? But tomorrow you got a chance to participate in something that benefited Ursula. See, today Mary benefited from Ursula's network and Trevor's network and everybody else's network, but tomorrow Ursula gets the same benefit. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to take 30 individuals, 30 of them, and each day they're going to be giving a broadcast day, a day where they can broadcast their message. And when their message broadcasts, it's going to broadcast to all of the other people that are in the syndicate. Now listen, I'm not done. Come on down, Shay. Listen, this is just when I tell you this is just the tip of the iceberg, this is just a snippet of what we're getting ready to do. So hang in there, because when I show you the rest of what we're going to do, it's going to be really amazing. So the concept is that you got a message. You got a product, you got a service, and you're trying to get it out to the rest of the world. But guess what? So is everybody else. You have a unified mission. Yeah, come on now, Shay. Right? Now that you have this unified message, is that now you're saying, listen, there's 30 days in a month. And every day we're going to feature a black speaker, a black coach, a black entrepreneur. Every day we're going to feature one, and the whole network is going to broadcast your message. The whole network is going to broadcast your product. The whole network is going to broadcast your service. Now, this is for anybody who has a message. Now, here's the thing. There's some subtle rules that we're going to talk about, and we're going to get into those rules in just a second. But the opening principle is very simple. You speak, and your message gets broadcast through all of these networks. Now, let me just say one thing, Shay, and then I'll pass it to you, because I know you have some reasonable questions from the people in the audience, right? I saw you out there in the audience. So listen, check this out. Everybody, there's 30 people on this wheel. You got that part? And if there are 30 people on this wheel, you got it? If there are 30 people on this wheel, not only do you get broadcast to the other 30 people who are part of the syndicate, but also there are people who already have big networks who said, listen, you can add my network to the syndication channel. Let me just give you an example. So you got George Frazier over here with his 15,000. You got the BlackCEO business page with 55,000. You got the BlackCEO private group with 16,000. You got the Black Business Empowerment Network with 30,000. You got BOB of Black Owned Business of Arkansas with another 30,000. Village Connected TV with their 5K. Shay and Trevor Private Group with their 7K. Short for Your Life and Andy K with the 1K. Survival Radio Network has added their stuff with 10K. HLIC has added their network with 7K. Shay Brown's private page, right? Virtual Networking Live, 5K. I've added my own personal stuff at 5K. So before you even get into the other 30 people that are a part of the network, here are just a snippet of some networks that have already said that we want to collaborate. See, when we cooperate, 1 + 1 = 2. But when we collaborate, 1 and 1 = 11. Can I get a hashtag 11 out there? Because we're getting ready to go a little deeper. Listen, this is not new stuff. People have tried this before, but that was a tactic. This is a strategy. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. But Shay, before I go a little bit deeper, let me just make sure everybody understands and now pass it to you for some questions because I want to take them a little deeper. So before we even get started, there's a potential reach of about 300,000. Before your page even gets added to the process. I'm just talking about this side of it. Okay. Right? You're talking about 300K potential reach. And we're not even talking about the other 30 people who join on. So you already at a potential reach of 30,000. Now listen, 300,000 rather. This is peanuts. Listen, I have no desire to basically say, whoa, we've hit the top of the mountain because we got in front of 300,000 people or 1 million people. But when we can say we got in front of 10 million people and when we say we got in front of 100 million people, that's when we make a difference. So today, I'm talking about Project 100 million. Y'all can all put that in the comment section right now. You can say it was said and later on we will say it was done. We're talking about Project 100 million. How do we get your products? How do we get your services? How do we get your brand? How do we get your mission? How do we get you in front of 100 million people? You can title this Project 100 million. You got the dream big. You got to think big in this world. And so I'm going to show you how we're going to go from a 300K initiative to how we get to Project 100 million. All right, Shay, let me turn over to you just a second and let me just look at some of the questions that are coming in.
Okay, and as you go and listen to some of the questions, go ahead right now as you're listening. One of the biggest challenges, Trevor, that I heard you mention that is so important, and I'll do a mic check. I know some of you are listening in case there's a pop or some noise going on. If that's the case, just go and let me know, hey, Shay, we hear a little noise going on, and we'll adjust the mic. Now, Trevor, I saw you mention this right here. This is just the groups that are currently involved. Are there currently some discussions going on as well to bring on additional power broadcast partners as well, or syndicated partners?
Listen.
So this number right here is just where we are today that is confirmed. Am I hearing
Well,
that correctly?
these are not even all the confirmed. I just didn't want to take up the whole board. I got enough syndicated networks just to take up this whole board. But the thing is we just wanted to list a few of them so they would understand that it's not about just one person. We are starting to collectively work together to assert our power. You know, as a BlackCEO, I'm unapologetic about the unique distinction that we represent in the marketplace, right? See, the first time I said the same thing, I said, as a BlackCEO, I'm unapologetic about the unique distinction that I represent in the marketplace. But I've since updated that, I've upgraded that as a BlackCEO, I'm unapologetic about the unique distinction that we represent in the marketplace. And to do that, right, is, you know, it's the we statement, right? Okay. That is, it's no longer an I statement, it's a we statement. Matter of fact, can we type that in the comment section? Can I type in the comment section?
Go ahead, right
that as a BlackCEO, I am unapologetic
right below the video
about the unique distinction that we represent in the marketplace.
Say it a little slow so they can type it. Look right below the video right now, and then type these words. Go ahead, Trevor, one more time.
As a BlackCEO, I am unapologetic about the unique distinction that we represent in the marketplace.
So if I'm hearing correctly, one of the biggest challenges you start off talking about, Trevor, is that folks want to know how can they reach a larger audience, how can they reach more folks, and how can they do it at one time with their labor. And this is one of the ways to do that, correct?
Yep.
And on top of that, we hear all the time, how do I have more collaborative partners? How do I bring in more partnerships? This does it all at one time,
Yeah.
multiple levels.
Yeah, a system.
Without just trying
Yeah,
to-
a system by which we can work together,
Okay.
and really, I mean, really work together. Because remember, let's work together is different than let's work on something that benefits me. And so there needs to be a system that is built in integrity, that that takes into account the needs of all the people that are involved. And what we're really talking about is those small business leaders, those entrepreneurs, those speakers, those coaches, those difference makers in the world.
Good.
Okay.
So this is perfect. So this solves for most of you listening right now. For this year, you probably had a goal of how do I collaborate, which you're doing right here, on multiple levels, and then how do I reach a larger audience with my message?
Now,
This is perfect.
Now, let me just say this, Shay, is that in one broadcast, they'll probably reach more people than they've spoken to all year in their business. Not that-
Trevor, 2 or 3, 4 years.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. So if Mary speaks on day 1 and Ursula speaks on day 2, and let's just say Joe Blow speaks on day 30, well, what happens when we get to June 1st? Right? Well, Mary goes again on June 1st. And Ursula goes again on June the 2nd. And whoever goes again on June 3rd. And what happens when we get to July? Well, on July 1st, Mary goes again. And so it's not just about a one-hit wonder. It's about the consistency, because consistency beats creativity every time. And so we don't want to get you in front of the audience one time, but we want to get you in front of that network consistently. And so whatever day is yours will be your day.
Ah, I got it. So that gives them time also not only to promote what they're talking about, but promote everyone else at the same time.
Yeah, well,
I love
they don't have to do anything other than once their video is turned in, that's it.
Correct.
Their only responsibility is to be the expert, to be the difference maker. One of the things that I've learned is that the answer to who doesn't always have to be you. That the answer to who doesn't always have to be you.
Why don't you go and jot that down right now below the video. Go and jot that down. What is it again?
The answer to who doesn't always have to be you.
Perfect.
And so in that is do the thing that you do best. Be the difference maker. Be the person with the message. Be the person with the product. Be the person with the service. But let other experts take on the part of the battle that is due to them. Now, for most of you who are new to BlackCEO, the one thing that we are focused on is the part of the battle that belongs to us is we are focused on creating business-based wealth. There's a lot of different ways to create wealth. We're not focused on all the different ways. We're focused on one way, how to create business-based wealth. And if that's you, we're going to be able to help you. All right, so now we understand, just to make sure, is that each person that is selected will be given a day. And so this first broadcast network will be broadcast every day at 7 p.m. So there'll be one universal broadcast at 7 p.m. and it will feature one speaker.
And Ken, as you're doing that, can I recognize Teresa Roach, who says hashtag 11? Larita Rice says Project 100 million. That's right. You heard it right. That was the thing, Project 100 million. Can I also recognize Latanya Moore says hashtag 11? Recognize Rhonda Williams says Project 100 million, as we're going down the list if I can. Leona Carter said the answer to who doesn't have to be you. Ema Joda says the answer to you doesn't have to be what?
You.
You, all the time. I know you got to keep going. I can't get to everybody.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, here's the thing.
Hey, Dave Anderson. He said he's one of the, he's here.
Hey, is Big Dave?
Yes.
Dave?
Big Dave is listening.
Dave, what's on? Dave the Bully?
The bully.
Bully Dave.
Just joined. Janelle Boyd has joined. Janelle Boyd, Project 100 million is in existence right now.
Right.
As we're speaking right now. Don Ferguson says.
And we ought to call. We ought to call Dave. We ought to call Dave, by the
I'm
way.
calling right now. Latanya Moore says Project hashtag
Project 100 million.
Hashtag. She put a lot of people putting hashtag Project 100.
I like that hashtag Project 100 million.
Just let you know.
All right. So
Okay.
let me just recap. One person broadcast, and your broadcast, your video is syndicated through all of the other networks. Right? It's syndicated through all of the other networks. So you are one spoke on the wheel. But you basically it's just like a radio station. This is not new information. It's just like a radio station where it's streamed one place and it's syndicated through a lot of different networks. Each spoke on this wheel is a syndication network. Now, there are some people that have already come on that have said that regardless of whether Mary has 5 followers, 5 people on Facebook, or whether she got 5 million, we're still going to syndicate her message through our channels.
Okay.
Now, let me just answer the question that's in the room. Well, Mary, let's just say Mary has 500 followers, right? And let's just say Ursula has 1,000 followers on her fan page, right? And you feel that inequality. I know you feel it. The difference is that you may have an Ursula who may have 1,000 on her fan page, and Mary, and this is not real numbers on her, and Mary who may 500 on her fan page, but you benefit from the other people within the network who have large followings. Some of us are going to have larger followers than others, and others are going to have smaller followers than others. So there's always a balancing. But to make it fair, because we had to think through this, to make it fair, and we're going to call Ruben West and some of our power partners in this initiative, to make it fair, here's what we did, is that the first syndicate launches on the 1st of every month. So let's just say if this is June 1st, let's just say today was June 1st, then the next syndicate will launch on July 1st.
So on the 1st of each month it actually launches?
Yeah, so the 1st of each month. Okay. So it always launches 30 days after the 30 people have been selected. Everybody write that down. It launches 30 days after the first 30 people have been selected. Now, there are other people who are setting up collectives. There's the Black Wellness Collective with Candace Camille. Absolutely. If you want to know about the Black Wellness Collective, you need to connect with Candace Camille, right? Well, they're doing the same thing in the wellness movement, right? They're getting together collectively, and they're starting to collaborate to bring health and wellness to the world. They're going to make a difference in a dollar at the same time. Now, here's the thing. Okay, now, to make it fair, during that 30-day period, every page, every fan page, by the way, let me just say something. Look, a lot of y'all got fan pages out there. You got a fan page or you got a fan page. And I've been on your fan page. I'm not going to shout you out, but I've been on your fan page. And here's what I know, is that when you broadcast on your personal page, you get a bunch of people liking and clicking and doing all kind of stuff. But then when you get to your fan page, it's like ghost town. It's like crickets. It's like, whoo. It's like nobody's there. Nobody. And you've been trying, and we all got this the same problem where, holler if you hear me, even online, where you can only have 5,000 Facebook friends, you just about hit the limit. You try to get people to move over to your fan page, but when they go to your fan page, they really don't go, or if they're there, it's like crickets, nobody's there. So you haven't figured out how to get traffic to your fan page. You haven't actually figured out how to get people to go there. You haven't figured out how to create interaction there. This is going to solve that problem. This is not about people's personal pages. This is about syndicating through private groups and Facebook fan pages where we know you're lacking traffic. We know it, but we're going to fix it, right? Because this is a public network, not a private network. Got it? So here's what's going to happen. During this 30-day period, the BlackCEO Collective is going to spend money. Everybody say spend money, right? We're going to spend money to actually promote. And I'm talking about real money. I'm talking about money that you'll be able to log into your Facebook account and be able to see that there was money spent every day for 30 days on basically promoting your page. Let me just say that. The collective is going to spend money every day for 30 days. How many days did I say?
30 days.
Right? Every day, right? Every day for 30 days, right? On Mary's page and Ursula's page and Dave the Business Bully's page. And so that we're going to spend the same amount on every page. Now, somebody say, what's the amount?
What's the amount?
We're going to spend $10 a day on everybody's page. So that basically means that on where?
That's on the first.
No, yeah, but what's the thingamajigger? Hey.
What is the jingle?
Well, the thing that you wipe yourself off the board with.
Oh.
Okay, so look. So let me just tell you what that means. Don't get lost, everybody. Pay attention because something amazing. We're only getting started. I'm telling you. Don't get lost. So we're going to spend $300 in the first 30 days on promoting Mary's fan page. We're going to spend $300. That's $10 a day on Ursula's page for the first 30 days. And let's just say this is Dave the Business Bully, and we're going to spend $300 on promoting his fan page for 30 days. Right, real money on
promote each page.
Each page.
Quick question: why is that so important?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm just curious. I mean,
as we're starting to promote each of these pages, what happens is they are building up. It's building up the followings of each of these pages. And as each of these, so Mary might have started out with 500 followers, but now because she's been promoted, now she's at 5,000 followers. And Mary might have started out with 300 followers, but because we've been promoting her, now she's up to 3,000 followers. And so what happens is every day the network is getting stronger because listen, write it. Invest in yourself at the level at which you expect results. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, y'all know I like rules, right? Invest in your business at the level at which you expect results. Sometimes you just got to put your money where your mouth at. Sometimes you got to have a little heart. Sometimes you got to have a little courage. Here's the problem that I found with a lot of business owners. You won't bet on yourself, but you want everybody to bet on you. But you know what? We're going to bet on you. I'm willing to bet on you. Will you bet on you? Now, here's the thing. So, first of all, when Mary broadcasts, she broadcasts to everybody in the network. But before Mary does her first broadcast, before Ursula does her first broadcast, before Dave does his first broadcast, before Tina Hines does her first broadcast, everybody in the network will have had their pages promoted for 30 days. So everybody will have put the same effort into promoting their fan page or business page, right? And so that first 30 days, right, during that first 30-day period, what's starting to happen is, oh, now she grew to 5,000. She grew to 5,000. She grew to 5,000. He grew to 5,000. He grew to 5,000. They grew to 5,000. Now, let me tell you something. I'm about to give y'all some secrets. I hope you got your pens out, because let me say something. This ain't recorded. This is not going to be on a replay. Take my word for it that when the 30 is done, when the video is over, I'm out, you will not see this. Listen. What's going to happen is that now you're starting to create your own snowball effect. As Stacy would say, you got to create your own luck. Stacy N.C. Grant, that is. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Stacy N.C. Grant. Now, for folks that are listening, I know you're in the groove. I don't want to stop you, so keep on going.
Yeah, so let me, before we get to the question, look, I have had 1 million fan pages. I've had fan pages with 200,000 followers. I've had fan pages with 5,000 followers. I had fan pages with 5 followers and didn't know what happened. Let me just kind of tell y'all the mistake that you're making with your fan page. You can listen to me now, you can feel me later. Makes me know, never mind. Look, stop making fan pages about yourself. Seriously. Seriously, stop making fan pages about yourself. Let me tell you why. When you make a fan page about yourself, right?
Okay, now keep on going.
Right.
Someone said they may have lost. Keep talking.
Okay, let me just make sure. Somebody said we lost the connection. Just make sure. By the way, somebody give me a shout out to say, hey, I can still see you, Trevor. To say, okay, now, it looks like they can still see me, Chef. Okay. All right, by the way, somebody say, Trevor, I can still hear you. I'm going to make sure nobody gets lost in the sauce. Look, don't stop making fan pages about yourself. Because the only people that's going to look for you are people who already know you. And your business is not really about the people who already know you. It's about the people that don't know you that you're called to serve. Let me just say something. You've heard me say that I don't rock with fame, and I don't. And if I might just be candid about my position on fame, not that fame is not necessary and that you shouldn't have it, but let me tell you why this is going to kill your business. Because fame, if I might just say, if Shay wants to be famous, for you to be, the system to be successful, if you're trying to be famous, there's a system required to be famous. There's a system that you have to put in place. It requires that you make people be focused on you, right? It requires people to be focused on you, Gotcha. So for you to be successful as a famous person, you're only going to be famous if I focus on you, right? In business, it's completely contrary. That in business, you won't be successful. You'll only be successful if you are focused on them. So with fame, you need them to be inwardly focused. You need them to be focused on you, right? But in business, you need to be outwardly focused on them. You need to be focused on the client, the customer, the person that you called to serve. In your messages, in your presentation, in your speeches, in your conversations, you got to be focused on how to make a difference in their life. See, in fame, you got to be inwardly focused. You need them to be focused on you. But in business, you got to be focused on them. And it puts them directly at odds with each other. So a lot of times when people create these fan pages, there's a difference between a fan page and a business page. A fan page is for famous people who basically say, I want some fans focused on me. A business page is for the people and says, I want to serve you. Let me focus on you.
Makes sense.
So the question is for everybody, what's your focus? What's the commitment? Do you want them to be focused on you, or do you want to be focused on them? There's a difference. You got to choose. Everybody's got to choose. Now, That being said, there are no people that are part of this network that you will be able to use your personal fan page. You can write it. You can say Trevor said it. You can log off right now. I'll still be okay. There are no personal fan pages that will be a part of this network. It will be fan pages, even if you're starting from scratch. We're okay if you start from scratch. It'll be fan pages that focus on the results that you want to produce in the lives of the people that you're called to serve. Write it.
I have one. So if I have mine as Shay Brown fan page, and I'm considering being part of the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective.
No, you got to create a new page.
Here's the question. When the page is created, then do I still fall into this category? Where
You must create a new fan page. That's focused on the results that you want to produce in the lives of the people that you're called to serve.
Got it. And then I fall into this category where my page would be promoted, if I'm reading this correctly, at the $300 level along with everyone else.
Yeah.
So the new page would be promoted.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you what's because now, even if they don't know you, they don't have to know you to be able to resonate with the result that you want to produce in their lives. Mm-hmm. So let me use as an example. You got a fan page called Inner Winner, and it's for people who really want to focus on what it takes internally to start to win in their lives and to win every day. Right? Look, when I created the BlackCEO fan page. Right? I had the BlackCEO business page, and I had the Trevor Ox fan page. Real talk. You know, no focus on nobody else. Let me just pull the what is it, the stump out of my own eye, right? Real talk. The Trevor Ox fan page was up for like 7 years. It's barely got over 5,000 followers. The BlackCEO fan page up for 60 days, 60,000 followers. You want to know why? Because they didn't have to identify with me to identify with the fact that as a BlackCEO, we're unapologetic about the difference that we represent in the marketplace. See, they didn't have to know me to be able to resonate with that. But see, on this Trevor Ox fan page, which was for Trevor to be famous, some BS, right, is basically the only people who were interested in that were people who were being fans, and it was really about promoting me. It was never about promoting the results that I wanted to produce in the lives of the people. It's just a lie that we tell ourselves. So we're gonna have to up our game. If we want the people to be with us, then we're gonna have to be with the people. Okay.
I like that. Makes a lot of sense. Now you keep saying you keep using the word promoted.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than someone who's just boosting it up.
Even if they don't have a fan page, they can create one, but it must be focused on the result that they want to produce in the lives of the people that they call to serve.
Which the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective will help them if they don't have any idea how to name it or how to get it going.
Right, like Candace has one called Sexy, Fit, and Well. You know what the result is? For people who want to be sexy, fit, and well. If that's you, right, you can come over to this page because basically what happens is if we let you tie the group to your personal pursuit of fame, you'll take the whole group down.
Got it.
That we're only personally, we are all pursuing collectively a result that we want to that you want to produce in the lives of the people that you're called to serve.
Got it.
Okay.
And is it important to tell them the difference between promote? Because I keep using the word pro. We're going to promote your page. Promote your page.
I don't mean promote. I don't mean just promote like
I just want to make sure they get that point.
I don't mean just promote from the perspective of, hey, by the way, we're going to promote your page. And hey, by the way, we just said it out. We went online and said, hey, everybody watch Mary. Everybody watch this. I'm talking about real monetary money promotions. $300 for each person that's within the network on the first day. So we're going to spend $10 a day on Mary, $10 a day on Ursula, $10 a day on Dave the Bully, $10 a day on this person. So everybody's going to get the same equal amount of promotion for 30 days so that when you're joined to this network, you're not unequally yoked. That you're yoked with people that put the same amount of effort into promoting their business page that's devoted to the difference that they want to make in the lives of the people that they call to serve as you put into your business page, which was created for the people that you were put on this earth, that your products and services were created to serve.
So if a person been out there struggling, trying to figure out how to get their page out there, how to get their information out there, this is the very first step in order to get it.
Right.
I love it.
But I'm not done. This is just the start.
No, I understand.
So
but this is a very important start because folks want to know, one, how do they promote it? Two, who's going to do it? And three, how does it work? Which you are clearly explaining right now.
Gotcha.
Look, if you've been struggling in the area of just marketing and getting your message, this right here is a good first step.
Yeah. And let me just say this. We all got gifts. We all got skill sets. We all got talents. We all got them. But our gifts, our skill sets, and our talents are meant to serve others and to provide for you. And so what happens is when you serve others through your skill sets, your gifts, and your talents, it will provide for you. And that if you find that there's a deficit in your life, it's mostly because you are not serving. CEO is not a position of power. It's a position of service. It's a position of submission. Submit to your purpose and serve the people. And so what has to happen in this scenario is that you have to, what happens is you're now using your skill sets and your talents to serve others, which will make it easy, or it will, the natural evolution of that is it will provide for you.
Got it.
Right? Now, here's the thing. So let me just backtrack. Step one, the person that's selected every day, or one day out of every month, is dedicated to them broadcasting about their product or service or their mission, right? Letting the world know about it, and it's syndicated through the whole network.
Got it.
Now, by the way, this ain't going to be some marketing pushing. This is not going to be some infomercial foolishness. So if you have in your mind you about to do some infomercials, ain't going to happen. This is about providing value. It's about making a real difference. And so if that's you, this network is perfect for you. Okay. Now, so everybody gets a day. So Mary might have a day one. Ursula may have day 2, Dave may have day 3, and let's say June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, July 1st, July 2nd, July 3rd. So you know what day you have of every month. Everybody got that?
Got it.
Okay. Number 2 is during the first 30 days, we spend real money promoting your page, right? That is built to serve the people that you are called, or that's built to service those people that you are called to work with, right? And so each person gets $300 committed. That's $10 a day for 30 days promoting their page, so that everybody has the same amount at stake.
Gotcha.
Right? And the BlackCEO Collective is doing that for each person that's selected. And I mean selected too. So if you think this is one of those ones where you get to swipe your credit card and you get to buy yourself in, you can cancel that. This is a selection process. Because nobody wants to be tied to somebody who has the wrong type of, doesn't have the integrity to, broadcast good stuff and provide value. Okay? Now, the next thing is, okay, what happens? Shay, say what happens after the next 30 days?
So what happens after the next 30 days? I know you asked me that question.
Okay, so after 30 days, it's finally time to broadcast. We've been promoting Mary's page. We spent $300 promoting her page for 30 days. We spent basically $10 a day, a total of $300 that month, promoting her page. Right? Now, it's finally time for Mary to go live. Mary goes live, her video syndicates and broadcasts to a potential reach of, let's just say, 500,000 people. We know it's going to be about 300,000 at launch anyway. We know that.
Sure.
Right? Now her video plays, let's just say 500 people watch. Let's say 2,500 people watch. Let's say 3,000 people watch. Whatever the number is. Let's just say they watch. She said, okay, Trevor, that was great. 2,500 people watch. A lot of times in Facebook, if you don't do it right, it's just a place where your video goes to die. So what happens is next is after her video finishes playing, then the BlackCEO Collective comes back behind and spends an additional $10 promoting her video, just promoting it, just going in and saying, hey, we want to make sure to keep putting this in front of as many people as humanly possible. And then when Ursula's video finishes playing, we put more money behind her video to say, hey, Facebook, show it to some more people. And then the same thing for Dave. And when Dave's video finishes playing, we put some more money behind his video. So not only did we put money behind the actual fan page itself, but we put real money behind your actual video. So, and some of you know what that's about. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to go ahead and promote my video. Because make no mistake, that in Facebook, you have to invest in yourself and invest in your business at the level at which you expect results. So now, not only is Mary getting her page getting promoted, but now every time she broadcasts, her individual video is getting promoted to the entire network.
Got it.
And this is to make sure that she gets maximum viewership, maximum visibility. Everybody write down maximum visibility, maximum visibility. Now, in addition to that, Glenn Garnes, with Village Connected TV, a little television station, with a Roku channel and some other channels, has decided also to feature everybody's video, not only on his YouTube station, but also on his television network. So it gets
additional reach.
Yeah, so these are
beyond.
There are more and more people joining on every day saying, I want to be in, I want to be in, I want to be in. And so now you see these 30 slots right here on the side. And I'm going to talk about some of these rules because there's some big questions out there, right? But by the way, If this sounds good to you, just put hashtag sounds good. Just put hashtag sounds good. Hashtag sounds good. Okay.
Hashtag
Now,
sounds good. Right below.
now, here's the thing, is that now a couple things that we're doing. Rule number one is that you got to submit. During that 30-day period, because you'll have 30 days to get it all together, you got to submit 3 30-minute videos. Got to submit 3 30-minute videos. Everybody write it down. I got to submit 3 30-minute videos. Why? Because video 1 we use during month 1. Video 2 we use in month 2. Video 3 we use in month 3. Video 4, video 5. In other words, but we want 3 videos up front, so we have your first 90 days worth of videos.
Don't have to do it one time. Starlin McLean said hashtag sounds good, by the way. Christopher Fisher said hashtag sounds good. Leona Carter says hashtag sounds good. Don Ferguson wants you to know maximum visibility. She's all in. Melissa Watson Grace said hashtag sounds good. If you're listening to this right now, just look right below the video and put hashtag sounds good. You do something one time, actually 3 videos at one time with all the rules.
Yeah. Now listen, there's some of you who are worried about how you look on video. And there's some of you who are worried about how you sound on video. I thought about that. So when we cooperate, 1 + 1 = 2. But when we collaborate, 1 and 1 = 11.
11.
So let me tell you what we did. I reached out to Ruben West because I know some of you having some problems with your speaking.
Who's watching now, by the way?
Who's watching now. And he created the science behind understanding your signature speaking style. And he's decided that he's going to do a special training, a multi-part training on helping each speaker during that 30 days develop their message.
Oh, you mean to tell me
He
by
vo-
being part of this, someone's gonna help develop a message?
He has decided to
Virtual stage
he
like
volunteered his services.
Okay.
And he now listen.
Sounds good, don't it? Sounds good.
This guy's the founder of the science behind your signature speaking style.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so basically, he's decided to volunteer his service. Now, some of y'all be like, but Trevor, my little camera on my laptop or my little sound, I just don't look right. No worries. There'll be an opportunity for those people who need it that you can actually come right here to our studios here in Lower Maryland,
Yes.
right? And we will actually take care of the recording of videos for you. And, you know, there's some extra steps that you need to go through. But if that's you, Village Connected TV and Glenn Garnes has said, hey, you can come to Village Connected TV and record your stuff. For
Hashtag sounds good, don't it?
yeah, it sounds good. Now, in addition to that, there's some people like, well, I can't fly in.
Okay,
But I
okay,
still want to be a part of it. Kimberly Flowers, right? Digital Diva, has said that she'll be conducting trainings on how to get a good recording from your house. So whether you want to record at home, whether you want to fly in.
Lighting and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
yep,
get
sound.
the right sound.
Yep.
Hashtag, look, if you listen to this and it sounds good, put hashtag sounds good. Leona Moore said hashtag sounds good. Minister Alfreda Jones Ruby said hashtag sounds good.
But I'm not done yet, I'm telling you.
You're not done yet?
No, I'm not done yet.
Well,
'Cause-
Alexander Johnson said hashtag
Listen,
sounds good.
but Shay, this is called.
Teresa Brown said hashtag
What-
sounds good.
But,
Is there more?
but Shay, there's more.
If it sounds good, just put
I have some
hashtag sounds
Ginsu.
good.
I have some Ginsu knives. No,
Okay.
listen. This is called Project what? 100
100
million.
million.
Right.
100
million. It's not just about 100 million followers. It's not just about 100 million people interacting. It's not just about 100 million people watching you online. I'm talking about Project 100 million. I mean Project $100 million too.
Oh, hashtag sounds good. Put that right below.
I mean Project $100 million too. And I mean that. And I mean that.
That could be your story, by the way. If
I
you're
mean
listening
that.
Right now, this
And we're going to talk
very well
about,
be
because
your
we're not
story.
done yet.
Not done.
I'm talking about first what we're going to do for you, but then we got to talk about the revenue.
Hey, Stephanie Ellis, hashtag sounds
We got to talk. Everybody put hashtag project 100 million. Everybody put it down. Put Project 100 million. Put it down. Some of y'all got to stop playing around with
Gwen
success.
Knight says, I'm ready. I see
Okay.
Andrea Simpson said, hashtag sounds good.
Okay.
Anna says, yes, Ruben West. Casey says, hashtag project 100 million. Charlene Elizabeth Jackson says, hashtag not done yet.
Yep.
Denzel, there's so many, Andre Simpson, hashtag
Oh,
sounds good.
look, they gave me some thumbs up. Some people gave me some hearts. Oh, I got some hearts, Shay. I got my.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, let's get to these rules, Shay. The first rule,
We have more rules.
you got to turn in 3 videos. We're gonna help you do it.
3 videos.
3 30-minute videos. Okay. Second rule is in your video, no selling.
Okay.
Listen to me, no selling. Selling is not the way that you're going to get to $100 million. It's not the way. And it's not the way that we're going to choose to get to the 100 million. Trust me on this one. One, with all of these people that you're syndicating through your network, the thing that everybody is worried about is Sellapalooza. We've all been a part of Sellapalooza. we hate Sellapalooza. Everybody hates Sellapalooza. But we feel like it's this necessary evil that we have to just put up with. No, the hell we don't. No, we don't have to put up with that. We don't have to be salesy. We don't have to be pushy. We don't have to go through Sellapalooza. We can actually let the client choose us.
I agree.
So basically, there's going to be no selling inside the videos. That way, Mary doesn't have to worry about it being overly salesy when Ursula broadcasts her video, or Ursula doesn't have to worry about Mary being overly salesy with some of the video. All she's doing is like, look, Mary is adding value to my network. Ursula is adding value to my network. Dave is adding value to my network. I know what you're thinking, but Trevor, if we can't sell, how are we going to make money? You let me deal with that. I'm coming. Everybody put hashtag I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm not done yet.
He's not done yet. As he's saying that, go ahead and jot this right below as he's saying that. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will come.
Yeah.
So just all you be doing is adding value right now. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will come. You're going to show them how to do that, by the way. So you don't have to be salesy. So no selling.
Well, let me tell you what George Fraser said to me. He said, money follows excellence, not the other way around.
So you're going to have to be excellent. But in order to be excellent, that means you've already added value. So you add value, but you add excellent value.
Yep. Hey, I get Shea Rock remix.
I'm part of Puff Daddy
All right,
remix, by the way. Holla.
So what we do have in there is we have built-in list building.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is everybody that is selected, I use the word selected, what will happen is at the end of your video, there will be a little snippet that'll show, and it'll just be a little thing at the end of the video. They'll just say, hey, if you want to work with Mary, text the word Mary into this number. And if somebody texts in the word Mary, then Mary will get a notification that somebody wants to work with her. If somebody texts in the word Ursula, Ursula will get a message that somebody wants to work with her. You don't have to pay for that. It's built in. It's already built into.
So this is another add-on benefit.
Yeah. So it
This is huge.
it's built in list
This
building.
is something you don't even have. They might even be doing this right now.
Yeah, I know.
This is huge.
I know.
This is huge.
So it has
huge.
built-in list building, right? And I'm going to show you how that works. And with the built-in list building, some of y'all were like, okay, I got the list. The person wants to work with me, but Shay, if I might. Can we take it to the next level? Okay, let me just do a quick recap, and then I'm going to come back to this 30.
Okay.
Matter of fact, listen, if you like what you're hearing right now, because I told you I'm only taking 30 people. I'm taking 30. Now, you can test me if you want to.
There will not be
but
a
I'm taking,
first person.
right, I'm taking 30. If you're in right now, you can say, I'm in. I'm going to put your name on this board tonight. I'm going to put your name on this board tonight, and then you need to go to countmein17.com. You need to go to, so you need to put in there, I'm in. Right?
I'm in.
Right? And I'm going to put your name on this board tonight. Right? And then, in addition to that, you need to go to countmein17.com and you can schedule your appointment. And some of y'all can get a call tonight.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, when you get the call, it's going to be about going through the rules, talking to you about your brand, talking to you about what you speak about, talking to you about your product, talking to you about your service. And some of the things that we're looking for is we're not
Go ahead
looking.
and put down Don Jordan Jones.
Hold up. Wait a second.
I'm in.
Don who?
Don Jordan Jones says,
Okay.
I'm in.
I just put Don Jones here.
Don Ferguson.
Don Ferguson.
Says,
Okay.
I'm in.
What's up with the Dons? The Dons are rock.
Larita Rice says.
You mean Larita from Texas?
Yeah, Larita Rice.
Okay.
She's out there. Tyra Dyson said, I'm in.
Tyra Dyson, okay. P2P branding.
Absolutely. Minister Alfredo Jones Ruby says, I'm in.
Okay.
Ima Jordee, Imani. Amani, Jodee. Yep, says, I'm in. Christopher Fisher says, I'm in. He's already scheduled his appointment, but you got to put I'm in here to get on this board. Some folks are not going to make it, by the way. I can tell you right now. Alexander Johnson, hey, we're going to be in Sacramento. Look for us being in Sacramento. I think it's coming up.
Alexander who?
Johnson.
Okay.
I forgot when it is, but I know we're in there. Starlin McLean, Starrlyn, McMillan, McMillan, says, I'm in. Rhonda Williams says,
Hey,
I'm in.
Rhonda Williams is one of the #1 African-American EQ experts in the country.
Oh, yeah. She's rocking and rolling out.
And she's working on a book called EQ for Women.
Don't give it away yet.
Oh,
It's coming out, EQ for Women. Okay. Don Jordan Jones says appointment book. That means I'm in.
Gotcha, okay.
You got it already? Alicia Bowers, Alicia Bowens.
Gotcha.
Bowens says, I'm in. If you're in, just go and type below, I'm in. He's putting the list up here right now. There are only 30 spots. There's only 30 spots. Where are we at? Low Brown Robinson.
Oh, hey, Lo. I like your video. She's in the Black CEO tribe group. She gets down. She throws down.
Lo,
Yeah,
be rocking it.
she throws down.
Kenda Bell. First time meeting Kenda Bell. Kenda Bell says, I'm in. Hey, Kenda Bell. Lakeith, L-A-K-I-E-T-H. That's interesting. Says, I'm in. He's in Dallas, Texas, by the way. We got Dallas, Texas in the house.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to get to this side
Okay.
over here.
Okay. So I'll come back over. We got 16 slots left.
Jeffrey, let me grab this one. We got two. Jeffrey, M-A-R-C-O-N-E-T-T-E. Says,
Okay.
I'm in.
McConnell. Okay.
Connick
Okay.
says, I'm in. Did you get Andrew Simpson yet? I don't know if you did or not. I didn't see it.
I didn't get Andrew Simpson.
Okay, Andrew Simpson. If you're in and you say, look, I'm already in. I want to be part of the BlackCEO
Now, I'm telling you,
broadcast collective.
when I get to 30, cut this camera off.
Jonathan
Lord have
Price
mercy.
says, I'm in.
Okay.
We might just have a private meeting over here, by the way.
Okay.
Leona Carter says, I'm in. She's in from Michigan, by the way.
Okay. Leona Carter.
Okay, I'm trying.
Okay. Wait. Okay, Shay. First, we got about 10 slots left. Let me get. Okay. Give me two more. 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 Give me two more.
Be quick when you type it. I'm in, by the way. Tony Moore says, I'm in.
Tony Moore, the trademark expert.
Philadelphia.
Hey, Tony. Okay, who else we got?
Y'all gonna love Tony. She is hilarious. Dela, D-E-Y-A Patterson says, I'm in. Whoa, count me in, coach. Count me in.
Okay, Patterson, got it. Okay.
so-
Okay, wait, Shay, wait. I'm gonna stop right there, 20, because we got 10. We got 10.
30 spots.
No, we got no, ain't no 30. It's 10 left.
No, I said there's only 30 total spots.
Okay, yeah.
We're already at 20, and that
Okay.
didn't even get a chance.
Okay, wait.
Pay close
I'm gonna give some more good stuff. So let's just recap. Okay.
To the recap.
This person,
Okay.
the person that's selected, gets a day where we focus the broadcast on them,
Yes.
right? And then
Dave Anderson, stop playing, I'm in.
oh, come on, Dave, the business bully. Let me put.
Doris Burke says, stop playing.
Hold on, let me put it. Oh, I got to give Doris Birch a spot.
My man.
Okay, I gotta get.
We gotta get you out here, Dave.
By the way, Dave has an event coming up, Black CEO event coming up in Philadelphia coming up.
August.
Yeah, August. The Black CEO Philadelphia.
August.
Anybody out
Keep me honest, keep me honest,
in that tri-state area? What's it? Philadelphia, New York.
You can fly to town from anywhere and be there. Dave's gonna be throwing down. Okay, let's keep on going.
Okay, so we down 8 spots. So so now let me just recap. Don't take any more just yet, because we gotta be fair.
T.L. James, hey, welcome in.
Did T.L. James too?
She just joined.
Okay, just say.
I just said
Okay, so you had this one person.
Okay.
Yep.
Keep on.
Okay, so you had this.
Your focus over here.
Okay, so you had this one person. They get a chance to broadcast to every network within it. So when they go live to every other network that's a part of the syndicate, that's a part of the collective. In addition to that, during the first month, we spend $10 per day on each person's page. So that means 30-day period, 30 days is $300. So we spend $300 on each person's fan page in promoting it via Facebook, and they'll be able to see it in the back end of their own analytics. So it's not no group. We're individually promoting.
They'll be able to go in and see and verify. This is how much money was spent.
Yeah.
This is the people I reached.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
let you know.
and
Real promotion.
when their video actually plays, right? So first, we don't start the broadcast until 30 days after the first group is signed up. And when that group is signed up, we start 30 days later, right? That way, we've had 30 days to promote everybody's page, so you get maximum reach. You get maximum reach, right? You get maximum reach when on the day of the broadcast. Now, when your video broadcasts, additionally, we put more money behind it. Shay, can you give me that top right there? Yep. More money behind it. So when your video broadcasts, we actually spend, let me see, I'll get this. Yeah. We spend more money broadcasting or promoting your actual video. Not only do we promote your page, but we promote your video. So not only do we promote your page, we promote your video. In addition to that, at the end of your video, we put in listeners of people who don't want to work with you. But let's go another step further. We got 8 spots left. Good luck, everybody, with the 8 spots. Don't worry, though. There will not be a rebroadcast of this. And don't worry.
Look at this. You came ready.
Oh, I came ready.
100 million means you've got to be
Yeah,
ready.
because, 100 million views without $100 million, I don't know. It's a problem. So let me just kind of play this out of what happens. Okay, so there'll be this pre-roll video, sort of like this opening intro that plays before your video, kind of to give it some pizzazz, to give it some jazz, to make sure it has a professional feel to it. And then afterwards, your actual video will play that has no selling in it, right? But in that video, you do have access to professional studio. If you need that, right, you can just say, hey, I need access to the personal studio, and somebody will contact you. Glenn Garnes, we'll work with you to get your stuff up to studio quality. Or if you want to just do it at home, then somebody will work with you, and we have companies that have collaborated with us. And everybody gets the chance to be a part of Ruben West's speaker training. That's something he just threw in, right? And so that's all going to be here, okay? Now, there's some things, some additional things that go on. So some of you might say, hey, I also want some professional video editing and things like that. Don't worry, there are people in the network that have already said they want professional video editing, got you covered. So no matter where you are at, we got you covered, okay? Now, let's go here.
Now, for those folks that are typing I'm in, we'll come back to it on this side.
Oh, yeah, because I got something.
If you're listening, you're already saying I'm in. Don't worry if you didn't see your name up here. Go ahead and look below to type me in. Look below and still write these words, I'm in.
Now,
put I'm in.
Yep.
We're going to go back and we're going to track that,
right,
time stamped and so forth. But
now,
go ahead and type that in.
Now, at the end of your video, there'll be a little thing that says, want to know how you can work with, let's just say, Doris Birch. Text the word Doris to this telephone number. Doris will have her own text messaging keyword, and when somebody texts in, Doris will get a message, right? But Doris won't be the only person that gets the message.
Whoa, listen up, listen up. This is very important.
Here's what I think. Everybody write this down. Write it again. Type it again. I don't care if you write it a million times. Type it again. Write it again. The answer to who doesn't have to be you. The answer to who doesn't have to be you. So oftentimes you're like, okay, now I got somebody interested in my services, but what if I get 500 people that get interested overnight? Now I can't reach all of them. What if I'm a terrible salesperson? What if I hate selling?
Then you should hire someone who loves to do it.
Right. So what happens is when they text you in, you get the information so you can add it to your list. But we have a built-in sales team that is going to reach out to the client on your behalf. Yeah.
So while you're doing something else, working on your content, relaxing, enjoying time with the family,
Yep.
someone else is reaching out and
To
having
the
a
client
conversation,
on your behalf.
which is the best use of your time.
They're going to reach out to the client on your behalf, and they're going to close the deal for you. Yeah. So let me just kind of recap this for you. That first, we're going to broadcast your message to the rest of the world. Check. 2, we're going to help you build up your fan page. Check. 3, we're going to help you build your audience. Check. 4, we're going to help you promote your video. Check. 5, we're going to help you become a better speaker. Check. 6, we're going to help you do better, help you come into the studio, get better video. Check. And after we do all of that, we also going to go turn around. We're going to turn around and close the deal for you. Yeah.
Check.
Check. Right? So let me say it again. And I hope you hear me when I say it this time. Each of you who are in this room, each of you who got the opportunity to be on this broadcast, I hope you heard me. That let's work together is so different. It's very different from let's do something that benefits me. Let's work together. George Fraser said it best. When we cooperate, 1 + 1 = 2. But that when we collaborate, 1 and 1 = 11. Everybody just take your fingers out, right? Just clear your hands right now. Because sometimes I think you just got to get used to going through the motion. Everybody right now, just shake your hands out, shake it out real quick. Just shake it out, and let's go through it. When we cooperate, 1 + 1 = 2. But when we collaborate, 1 and 1 = 11. Hashtag 11. It's all about the 11. It's all about collaborating. It's all about working together. And so there's no way that we could do this, staying here right now and say, because I can't sell, promote, put the stuff on Facebook, do all this stuff. There's no way. It was because some people put their damn egos to the side and decided to collaborate. Some people decided that we weren't going to focus on who's going to get the recognition and focus on how we can serve the people. It's some people that got together and decided to put down their egos and pick up the mantle of service. And so I just want you to just imagine for just a second, Shay, is that somebody else is going to close the deal for you. Now, this is where you start to move into what we call the BlackCEO Coaching Network. It is where we have implemented standards pricing, and all sorts of other benefits. And basically, let's just use as an example, there'll be a split, let's just say, between you and the company. Let's just say the split is 70-30 or 80-20, where, let's just say in this scenario, 20% goes to the collective, right? And that 20% is what is used to promote the other fan pages and the other things in the group. Or let's just say 30% goes to the collective, whatever the number is. And those people who are selected, you'll know what the real number is. And there'll be standardized pricing. There'll be enforced integrity, so that a person can come to the collective and say that they have a problem and not worry about did they have to offend one person. You don't even have to close the deal. That everything, our goal is to let you do you. When we created BlackCEO, we took on the part of the battle that belonged to us. The part of the battle that belonged to us is to go out and help our community create business-based wealth. Now, there were some people who focused on creating wealth through insurance, and some through investment, and some through this. But I knew that the part of the battle that belonged to us was that our job was to create a collaborative environment that allowed our community to create business-based wealth. And so we got to do two things. Our mission, our goal is we got to create a collaborative environment. And the second part of that initiative is to create business-based wealth. And I need each of you to help in doing that. And so when we say BlackCEO, BlackCEO doesn't belong to Shay Brown, and it doesn't belong to Trevor Otts. We have been graciously granted stewardship over the organization. But BlackCEO is not just Shay or Trevor. BlackCEO is you, and BlackCEO is you, and BlackCEO is you. And so when people say, who is BlackCEO? Well, you get to say, well, BlackCEO is me, or BlackCEO is that person. But it's those black CEOs and those black leaders that's out there making a difference. And this is only one of many collectives that we are building. This is a collective around businesses, but Candace Camille is doing the Black Wellness Collective. For those people who want to connect with her, I suggest you connect with her. She's going to be opening the Black Wellness Collective on Thursday, but you might be able to reach out to her early. But here's what I can tell you, is that you can go fast by yourself, but you can go further together. And in my heart of hearts, I believe that the technology exists for us to accomplish everything that we want to accomplish as a people, everything that we want to accomplish as a community. So we don't lack resources, and we don't lack we don't lack the technology. What we lack is the collective will to work together. And that our challenges are no longer external. Let me just say that. And I hope that you can feel me when I say that and not get offended. Our challenges are no longer external. Our challenges as a people, as a community, are now internal. And it's, can we overcome those mental obstacles, those emotional shortcomings, and put it down and work together? Can we do that? And is it going to all work out the box like we think it is? It's going to work perfect? Hell no. But we're going to keep working at it. And we're going to keep getting better. Because it's our thing. It's us. It's we. It's something that we are going to do together.
Absolutely.
Money follows excellence, not the other way around. And excellence is not static. It is dynamic. It is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. You're constantly chasing it. But perfection is not a state. It is something that you're constantly pursuing. It's something that's constantly evolving. And so that's one of the reasons that we wanted to work with each one of you here today. That's one of the reasons that we're so proud of each of you who are going to be selected to be a part of the initial 30. This is an experiment that is being documented. It is something that I believe that we will be able to tell our children. I have an 8-year-old son. His name is Addison Chase. And I don't just think about the legacy that I want to leave him from a financial standpoint and from a business standpoint, but I also think about the world that I want to leave him. And in the world that I want to leave him, that better world that I want him to grow up in, I realize that the revenue that is being generated right now in this conversation, right now as we're talking, right now in the minds of people. And there are different ones of you who are going to add different things to this vision. But I realize that we have to be the economic engine for the causes that we care about. And so it's not just about the money. It's about the people. It's about the community. It's about making the world a better place for my son and your daughter and your nieces and your nephews. That we have to become the economic engine for the causes that we care about. When other people care about their causes, they become the economic engine for those causes. That's why they get them front and center. And so the one thing that I'll tell you is that, we got to be able to generate revenue, be a resource. And for each of us here, we're going to have to raise ourselves up and out of these limiting beliefs. And so that's why I'm really happy to really have it. So just to recap, there's going to be something on the front of your video. There's going to be something on the end of your video. We don't have to be salesy. It's just a light reminder at the end if they want to work with you. This is how they get connected. And then afterwards, there's a sales team that closes it. And after that, right now, you're in the flow. You're in the flow. The key thing is I want to remind everybody what we started out with. We started out with one thing. We said, listen, at the end of the day, we wanted you to be able to live in the overflow of what you know. And let's just say you agree that you want to live in the overflow of what you know. Well, here's my question. How are you going to do it? What's the plan? What's the system? If not this, then what? And I suggest that if you don't have a plan, that this is the plan. If you, now you want to think of a plan? No. If you don't have a plan, this is the plan.
Certainly.
So Shay, I'll turn it over to you and see what your thoughts are. I know we got about 8 more spots, so if you're in, you can post them in, and we'll go ahead and add you in there, and then we're going to talk to some of y'all tonight.
A couple of, as you're listening right now and you're hearing about the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective, I would go ahead and look right below the video, even if you did it earlier, by the way. Maybe we got your name down. So many of you were texting me saying, I don't see my name, I don't see my name. Elizabeth Showers, I see you on there, said I didn't see your name. Well, no. We got to go back and see whatever name's down there. Lokeith said his name wasn't down. I remember mentioning his earlier. We're trying to write as fast as we could. So as you're listening right now, just look right below the video and put I'm in, and then put hashtag 11 right next to it. So maybe we can track some of our folks by hashtag 11. So I'm in hashtag 11. What that means is that you're in being part of the first 30 going through the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective project, $100 million.
And say, can I say something? Mm-hmm. Debating on should I say this? Should I even mention this at all?
You should mention it. Type I'm in, by the way. Type I'm in right below the video so we can continue to add your names to this list and go back and track and put hashtag 11. Put hashtag 11. Go ahead right now. Do that as Trevor's talking right below the video. BlackCEO Broadcast Collective.
Habit has a way of being consistent. It does. This whole network, everybody write this down. First, let's just back off, just erase from your mind how you're going to reach hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people. Let's just back off the money for just a second. Let's just have real talk. It's just you and I talking, just, Trevor talking to you. Just real talk. This only works because you have to have a spirit of collaboration. It will not work because you got 5,000 Facebook fans. It will not work because you got an American Express Black. It will not work because you got a Mercedes Benz. It will not work because you got a good presentation. So if you're thinking that it works based upon something you personally have, that is not what makes it work. It works because of what's in you. Do you have the spirit of collaboration? And so there are things that, as you put your name on the book, there are things that I can look at. Like, I'm going to go back and look at this video, and I'm going to see, did you hit the share button? Like, I'm going to say, I'm going to go, everybody was asked to hit the share button several times. And the reason why I'm going to go back and hit the share button is not because I'm not really trying to judge you, but it gives us an indication of, do you have a spirit of collaboration? Do you remember what I said in the very beginning? Everybody who was here at the very beginning. Now, some of you who weren't here at the beginning, just hit the share button now. But let me tell you why this is so freaking important, is that you don't want to be connected to Mary, who is a collaborator, and then be connected up to Joe Blow, who does not want to collaborate. Remember what I said in the beginning, that it's on my board in my house. I promise I'm going to take a picture tonight, and I'm going to snap a picture of it and post it, right? That let's work together is very different than let's work on something that benefits me. And see, I can just about tell who is thinking let's work on something that benefits me and versus let's work on something together. And so, if you haven't hit the share button, just do it. Because it is the thing that we look at. And it's not, when I say we, I don't mean Trevor. I don't mean Shay. I mean we. It's our thing. We are BlackCEO. And if it's our thing, we should be looking at it. Y'all personally, go and listen. It's public knowledge. You can look right there, and it'll show you who shared. Now listen, it ain't just about this. When you look, it tells you who's the collaborator versus who is really serving a self-serving agenda. It just tells you. It's not about even this collective, but why would you want to work with somebody that's only looking on working with their own personal agenda? And so that's the reason why when we come out, most people think that we tell you to hit the share button because we want you to share the video out. No, we tell you to hit the share button because we want to see what type of collaborator you are.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, the staff always tells me, Trevor, don't say stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truth. And the truth is, we want to work with people who operate in the spirit of collaboration. Because when you work on the spirit of collaboration, you're willing to work together through the good times, the bad times, through the bumps, through the great times, but we rise together. See, let me just say this, and then Shay, I'll turn it over to you for closing. And everybody write this down. See, a rising tide raises all boats. And we've all heard this. A rising tide raises all boats. But my question to each and everybody person here, because powerful people ask powerful questions, why? Because question is their focus, and in your business and in your life, you're only going to get what you focus on. So I'm going to ask this powerful question to this group of powerful people, to these powerful people that are watching right now. If a rising tide raises all boats, which one of y'all going to be the tide? Everybody want to be the boat, but who going to be the tide? Will it be you, Don? Will it be you, Larita? Will it be you, Tyra? Will it be you, Amani? Which one of you were the tide today? Which one of you hit the share button? Which one of you were the tide that tried to lift your friends? Which one of you were the tide that tried to lift your friends' businesses? Which one of you were the tide that tried to lift your fellow speakers? Which one of you were the tide that tried to lift the services of the people around you? Which one of you decided to be the tide today? Which one of y'all will be in the boat and which one of y'all will be in the tide? Rising tide raises all boats. But everybody can't be the boat. Somebody got to be the daggone tide. And you're the tide by hitting the share button. You're the tide by letting somebody else know about it. Even if you're like, oh my gosh, I might let somebody know about it, but I might not be one of the 30. Who's going to be the tide? Look, we are building this because it's for your legacy. It's your children's legacy. We got to be the economic engine for the causes we care about. We got to be responsible for building up the communities that we want to live in. That being said, Shay, I turn it over to you.
All right, so Trevor was talking. I want to welcome Kazette White's out there listening, and so many of you who are out there listening, by the way. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Trevor just went over in great detail BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. When you're sitting in your living room or you're sitting at your desk, are doing a number of things that I've done, you're sitting there, you're planning, and you're thinking really about three things. One, oftentimes, I know I've sat there and I was talking to someone just last week, and the question was, Shay, who do you know that I can partner with? Shay, who do you know that I can work with? Because I'm trying to get into a new network. I'm trying to reach a new community. And, for some of you, you've asked that same question. Now, I didn't have this answer here. Trevor and I have been in the lab. We had been planning. We've been thinking about it.
Yeah, and if we're talking about the lab, let's talk about who we've been in the lab with. We've been in the lab with Andy Henriquez out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Master storyteller out of Florida, who has agreed, by the way.
Velton Shower. Also,
you have conversation with Darnell Jervy.
Reuben West.
West?
Yeah, so there's been some Amy Walker. There's been some people that this was not some idea where one person gets to take credit. No, there was a collective that sat down and says, how can we do something great together?
Absolutely. And so you've been asking how can
and they might even hear from Reuben. They might even hear from Dave today.
Absolutely. So you've been asking the question, okay, how can I do it? So how can I start those relationships? Well, BlackCEO Broadcast Collective is one way to do that, but then there's another question that came behind that. which is, okay, I'm doing my Facebook Lives, I'm doing my webinars. In fact, we just had a extreme business makeover right here with a handful of folks, by the way, with a handful of folks that were right here, and they were asking that exact question, which was, how do I make sure that when I do my webinar, or I do my Facebook Live, or I do my video, or I put my content together, that I have an audience out there that's listening, that can hear me, like real time, and then after it's finished, how can I make sure that it's heard by other groups as well? And one of the ways that we decided to answer that big challenge, one of the ways we decided to make sure that you can hear exactly right now, you know, Trevor, when you're back there, you might have to 2 or 3, just push it up, because I was going to make sure I pushed my sound up. I might have put it down when it came back. They're saying they can't hear me right now. If you'll hear me through your mic, you're loud. Just one of the 2 buttons, push it up. That might be for the delay for a second, but I know 2 people text me that. Okay, Tiana, Belena, don't worry. We're doing a mic check, mic check. They're doing it now. So mic check, mic check. Can you hear me, Trevor?
Yeah,
mic check, mic check. Okay, your mic switched it on, Shay. It's on. Okay, if you can hear me, just go ahead and text Shay, we can hear you. Look right below and let me know we can hear you. We can hear you. Okay, I think John Chambers said we got sound. Renita Bass says that's better. All right. Jennifer said yes. Oh, this is wonderful. John Chambers says got you. Christopher says you're back. Well, I didn't go anywhere. No, I'm joking. But I'm back. So what I was sharing with you is that, number one, let me back up and then rewind. Some of you have already heard BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. You watching Trevor as he was broadcasted. You already went right below and you typed, I'm in. So go ahead right now. If you haven't done that, look right below the video and type, I'm in, hashtag 11. And we're starting to put a list of names up here. There's only 30 that we're starting with. Only 30 that we're starting with. So make sure you do that. Please make sure you do that so you can get the information and hear from us directly. But what I was saying just real quickly is that just recently, which was 2 days ago or last week, I was having a conversation with someone and they were really asking the question, how do they power partner? How do they get into other communities? How do they get into other networks? And at the time, Trevor had been in the lab, which he talked about people like Ruben West, who started Signature Speaking Style. Andy Henriquez, master storyteller, had been in the lab with Amy Walker, who is just fantastic business coach by herself. Had been in the lab with Darnell Jervey and many other folks about how can we network. And out of that came and was birthed BlackCEO Broadcast. So that doesn't mean it was all in one head. It means it was a collaborative event.
By the way, Linda Clemens is out there.
Hey, Linda Clemens.
Project
it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, has
Project,
a phenomenal.
hashtag Project 100 million.
And that's a woman that serves the people. You know, it's not, with Linda, it's not about your star power, it's about your service power.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know, everybody give a big shout out to Linda Clemens and the work that she's done. Sometimes you just got to shout somebody out that's out there serving the community, because sometimes they serve silently, you never know. So just put Linda Clemens, you rock. Just put that in the comment section. Linda Clemens, you rock.
Linda Clemens, you rock.
Clemens. Yeah.
That's what I said, Linda Clemens.
Right.
You rock. You guys are texting me while I'm talking. Ruben West, I got your message. He says, be the tide. He's all aboard. I'll talk about the messaging training he's going to be doing in just a moment. But out of that became...
Let him tell him.
Okay, here. Because I got 2 phones going at the same time. I'll call him here too. So BlackCEO Broadcast Collective answers that one question, because now not only are you working with 30 other individuals, speakers, authors, coaches, trainers, experts, or everyday folks with a message, but you're also now been introduced on here, just a handful of folks, Power CEO, BlackCEO Biz Page, Village Connector, Virtual Networking Live, Show Up for Your Life, Survival Radio Network, and so many more. About 300,000+ opportunities to reach more folks right there. Now, then the second question that came up, which was very important, Trevor, some people already typed in, I'm in. So if you did that below in the video, your name will go up on the board. I promise you get a call, and you're going to get all the details when you look right below and follow the details right below. You're going to get that. But the second challenge they had, Trevor, was I'm doing my webinars. And I was just sharing that a moment ago. This last week, we had the Extreme Business Makeover that was here 2 weeks ago. And the same question came up. Like, I'm doing a webinar. How do I get someone to watch? How do I make sure I'm serving people, that they can hear me? How do I make sure they hear my message? Or I'm doing a Facebook Live. How do I make sure I'm reaching the right audience, that they hear my message? Or better yet, maybe this is you're doing video content and then going back and posting that out in social media. And you're like, how can I get into a different area? Well, we thought about that. With BlackCEO Broadcast Collective, it allows you now to do submit 3 30-minute content video pieces. This is your message on how you're getting results for other folks in life and in business. You'll get all the details later. You already know there's no selling, but here's the key. There is a way for you to have built-in list building systems. So now you're speaking, and we talked about the post and the in video, and during that exact same time, you're able to say text in the word, let's say shave, for example, you're getting that lead, but more importantly, it's being handed over to an interview team to interview the person that's interested in working with you. And a second phase of that is that they can also make sure the deal is done so a sales team can close it, and then there's a revenue share that's done. So that by itself is amazing. Now, here's what's key. For some of you to reach 100 million folks, Project 100 million, not by yourself, for you to be broadcast once a week, once a month, for you to have $300+ that is used to promote your business, your message to your target audience. So you don't worry about the graphics. I think that's pretty cool, by the way. You don't worry about how it works. I think that's pretty cool because the promotion is done for you. And you don't have to worry about how it all comes together. That's cool. It's done for you.
And by the way, Shay, Nathaniel Burton from Black Business Empowerment Network just joined.
Hey,
in fact,
Nathaniel.
He's one of the syndication networks.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Everybody give a shot. Hey, Ruben, we're going to bring you on in just a second. So I'm going to mute you, and then when I unmute you, I will say, Ruben, you're on, okay?
They're listening to you now, Ruben, by the way. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, but Nathaniel Burton, he runs Black Business Empowerment Network. Over 30,000 people. He added his network. Everybody give a shout out to Nathaniel. He just popped up. Just give a shout out to the Black Business Empowerment Network. If you're not a part of that private Facebook group, you should join it. But Nathaniel was one of the early people that jumped in and started collaborating. And what I loved about Nathaniel and some of the things that he did, he jumped in when the group was 5 people and said, hey, I want to collaborate. He had 30,000 people. He said, but y'all got 5 people. Can we collaborate?
And he didn't have to do that. Don Ferguson said, Linda Clemens, you rock. She gave her a shout out, by the way. So did Eric Ferguson. So did Sandy Hawks. They recognize good folks. John Chambers said, Linda Clemens, you rock. They're all just saying, you rock. Okay, so over to here, I'm going to talk to Ruben West real time. This wasn't planned, but I'm going to be asking.
Now, Ruben West is going to be doing the training for those people who are selected. We want to make sure that your message is polished. Some of you are good speakers, but with polish, you will be great speakers. Some of you are good communicators, but with polish, you'll be great communicators. And Ruben West, one of the founders of the science behind your signature speaking style, is going to be working with you just as part of.
And raise his hand. Here's a really cool, Trevor. He could be doing a lot of things. He's traveling to Dubai. He's traveling. He'll mention all the international companies international countries he's going to, but he raised his hand and said, hey, I want to help. And you know why I want you to listen very carefully as I'm going to talk to Ruben right now is that, jot this in your notes. Successful people, they all hold one belief. Put this in your notes. No matter how successful you are, they hold one belief. And here's the belief. They can always get better. So you get a chance to listen to Ruben, polish your skills, and get a little bit better.
Yeah, let's see what Ruben has to say about it, because Ruben is one of the initial founders of the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. We met in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yes, we did.
And we talked about it, along with Velton Showell and Andy Henriquez and some other folks.
Absolutely. So, hey, Ruben West, let me do a mic check, make sure we can hear you. Yep, we can now hear you now, Ruben, loud and clear. So, Ruben, for folks that are listening right now, and I know you've been listening in as well, take a moment, one, tell them who you are, but more importantly, why it's important to have your message and understand your signature speaking styles when you are speaking like they're doing now through a broadcast method.
So thank you. Yeah, this is Ruben West from Bloomington, Illinois. And first of all, let me say that I commend you guys of always thinking about the next level. You think we think you guys have it all figured out, and you have it thought out, and then you hit us with something like this, which is a way for us to get our message out to people that we would have never had the opportunity to reach because you put us in a syndication with broadcast partners. Now, as powerful as that is, this is why it's important to know your signature speaking style. Trevor talked earlier about having our own fan page, and that fan page works because that's people who come to listen to you, people who like you, and people like being around people that they like. And so what happens is they're already used to hearing you, they already know who you are, and they're ready for your message. But this syndication is talking about sending us out to 300,000+ people, and we have no idea who's listening on the other end of the line. But here's what we know. Some of the people will have a speaking style or communication style like us. We may be heart-centered. But even if we are, then what we know is there's plenty of other communication styles or speaking styles out there that are not necessarily the one like ours. You may have the drill sergeant. You may have the scientist. You may have the comedian or the motivator. I don't know which one it is, and we don't know who's all listening, but here's what we know. If we don't give them something that connects with them, they're going to hang up. They're going to turn off the video. And so what you have done is given us the opportunity to broadcast to all of these audiences or to all these people who might listen to our presentation. But what we have to do is develop a message or a communication style that reaches every single one of these individuals in a maximum effective way. And so the benefit of understanding the signature speaking styles is once you know who you are, you can master that style. But once you understand who you're not, but you also understand the elements that goes into the other style, you can weave things in and out of your presentation that will connect with those audience members. And I'm not just talking about from the signature speaking style standpoint in that regard, but also what if they're audio people? What if they're visual people? What if they're kinesthetic people? How do you engage those people? What if they are a kinesthetic scientist? See, now we started complicated. What if they're a heart-centered visual person? See, you have to have elements within your presentation that can connect with these individuals. And you can go research it and study it like I have done over the past couple of years. Go ahead and do it. Or you can just take the time to get on the information calls that you guys have arranged for those the individuals to get this powerful information. So I just want to say thank you to you guys, and this is really important work that we're doing. We're really elevating people, and I'm going to tell you what somebody said to me that really got this into my mindset. They said, Ruben, what's that? Do you know your great-great-grandfather? And I said, my great-great-grandfather. And I was going to say on my father's side or on my mother's side, but I realized it didn't make a difference. The answer was still the same. No. And they said, what did you say? I said, no, I don't know my great-great-grandfather. And he said, you know why? I said, well, no, because they didn't leave you anything. Because if they would have left you something, then you'd know them. And I said, wow, that was powerful. And then he said, Ruben, yeah, I have a question for you. I said, yeah, you mean another question? And he said, okay, I have another question for you. What's that? He said, will your great-great-grandchildren know you? Wow.
Ooh.
That was powerful.
Yeah.
And what you guys are doing is you're putting together a syndication, thinking about reaching all these people, thinking about elevating businessmen and businesswomen so that they have business-based wealth. Why? So they have something that they can pass on that will live on long after we're gone. So that, Ruben, so that my great-great-grandchildren can know me. So thank you guys for doing what you're doing, and you already know, count me in.
Count me in. Thanks a lot, Ruben. I'm telling you, you're all in for a treat. Appreciate that, Ruben. Thanks a lot for joining, my man.
No problem. I'll talk to you guys later.
We will do that. So for those...
Big shout out to Ruben and the Black Belt speakers for adding not just his talents and his gifts, because he didn't just come with his talents, his gifts, and his skill set, but Ruben brought his tribe. He brought his tribe of Black Belt speakers. He didn't just show up by himself. He showed up with his tribe.
Absolutely.
Will you show up with yours?
Showed up, and more importantly, he's showing up with his talent. See, he's willing to share that with you. He didn't say you had to stroke a check. He didn't say, oh, if you buy this over here, I'll do this. He showed up to do one thing only, which is not up here, but he showed up to serve you and to make you a better person so you can serve someone else. And isn't that what it's all about? Adding value. Here's my promise to you. For those folks that are in BlackCEO Broadcast Collective, for those folks that have already typed the word I'm in right below the video, even if you just join, you're like, I'm hearing bits and pieces of it, I got some of it, I'm not sure of everything I've heard. Look, type I'm in below, and then go to the website. Make sure you register. Make sure you follow that process, okay? So you can be part of BlackCEO Collective and also get the training. The training with Ruben alone by itself is worth it. Trevor, we should make another call. I don't know if you sent her an email, Facebook message that, but I'm going to try to reach out to the Linda Clemens, who they were just sharing with you in a moment.
Shout out. Give us some love.
Let's see if she's there. I'm going to give her a call. And then if you're out there like, you know what, Shay, I like what I'm hearing.
And while Shay is getting Linda involved, many of you are watching, and there are literally tens of thousands of people watching right now, literally. And a lot of people don't know who you are. You know, we know who you are because you follow us and you click and you like it, and we got to know a little bit what you do. But spend a little bit of time right now in this moment. If you're a speaker, share what your message is about right now in the comment section. If you are in business, you have a product or you have a service, go ahead now, post that in the comment section below, and just let us know a little bit about what your business is, a little bit about what your product is, a little bit about what your service is. Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. And go ahead and do that right now. So you might want to mute your, because we got mute your phone. I mean, mute your mic. Right. Yeah. And so what you can do is, go ahead, post your product, post your service, and I want to give a couple of shout outs because some of you have been doing some phenomenal work, and I don't get a chance to really share with the world how much good work you do. And so just want to spend a little bit of time highlighting you. And so let me just see. In Tanya Enjoy Card, I see your site. Bernadette Evans says I'm in. Mary Huntley says next level. Jeff Markinette Jr. says love Ruben and the BBS family. But if we haven't highlighted your business, go ahead and post that in the comment section below. If you have a message that you speak on, you have a topic that you speak on, go ahead and post that in the comment section below. So do that now. We just want to highlight your business. We want to highlight what you do. So if you speak on a particular topic or subject, post that in the comment section below because it does help us as we're selecting people. If you have a particular product or service that you provide, post that in the comment section below. Because for some of you, you might not just get picked up by just the BlackCEO Collective. There may be other organizations that are looking to collaborate with you. Just like, let me just go ahead and Velton Shower, who is an author and a trainer, consultant, and motivational speaker, works with sales professionals, entrepreneurs, and corporate executives to improve their performance and leadership skills, which enables them to increase their income and stand out in a market of parity. Unique Excellence Gold. My company has an educational platform that teaches how to trade in the foreign exchange. I like that, okay? Yvette Turner. So many people, have different businesses and different products and services out there. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to D. Linda Clemens. We have D. Linda Clemens.
I'm back. I'm back on.
Hey, Linda.
Now, Linda, I'm back on camera. They can see me and they can hear you, by the way. So for those folks that are watching and listening right now, we have the honor and the privilege of
and they're in for a treat. They're in for a treat.
Oh, they're in for a treat.
They're in for a treat.
She doesn't know what she's going to do because I don't know what she's going to do.
They're in for a treat.
But they're always in for a treat. We have the Linda Clemens on the line. And some of you are wondering who in the LL Cool J is Linda Clemens. So maybe she'll take a minute and say who she is and what she does so they can find out.
Oh, they're going to find out.
And then, Linda, the question for folks that are listening, you've been watching the BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. This wasn't planned. This isn't rehearsed. This is no script. But if you can, once you introduce who you are and the problem you solve in the world so they know that, take a moment and share why it's important that each individual share their message or share their talent with other folks so they can make a difference in folks in business and a difference for folks in their personal lives. Take it away, the Linda Clemens world. Welcome to Linda Clemens for the first time from a stage like this on a phone, but through the power of these fiber optic lines, she's coming through now.
Thank you, Shay, and thank you, Trevor. You know what's so wonderful, and I guess my gift to the world is in two areas of expertise. And you of course, Shay, you're the sales cardiologist, but I have the opportunity to travel the world as a sales expert and a nonverbal communications expert. That's the body language expert. And combining those two together, so just imagine when you have that message in you, and you know that message that you have, it was given to you from a divine power. It was given to you from God. And no one else can deliver that message the way you can because that particular message was anointed and appointed to you to give to the world. But when you give your message, what's so critical for those that are watching you in your 30-minute videos, you want to make sure that you come across as truthful, as authentic as possible. Truthful and authentic. Because when you do that, if you could use the acronym TAP, T-A-P, truthful, authentic, it will show up in the proof. TAP. So when you come across truthful and authentic and speaking your message that you have to give to the world, remember what's so critical, that the purpose of your message is to transform that individual out there who was meant to hear your message. Now remember, hear and see. people, the way these guys, once these guys get their hands on it. You have millions of people, but there's going to be folks out there that will say that, oh my gosh, this person meant this message for me. They were speaking to my spirit, my heart, my egoic label. They know my pain. They know my pleasure points. They know where my space is or my gap is, where I am in my life right now, and where it is I need to be. This person, I need to speak and work with them, because when you hit that emotional button, then it opens up the doors. But here is the thing. The reason why you have to be authentic and true to your core is this. Because if your words and you're speaking, if the tonality in which you're delivering it, and your nonverbal, your body language, if those are disconnected, then it sends a different kind of message. It doesn't send a message where you own it and you have the commitment or the conviction. And I've got to tell you, when you have that commitment and that conviction, it will go across the world, just right through technology, and it can touch somebody in a way that's unbelievable. And that's what's critical. So here's the thing, Shay, what I can leave with everyone, make sure that the message and that your area of expertise that you have, make sure it's your gift, not the gift or the talent or the skills that someone said that you should be doing. So don't let everybody should all over you. Just to think, you have to make sure that it's your own, because when you own it, you embody it entirely, mind, body, and soul. Your hands, your words, everything is flowing as one when you own that, when you have that message. And that's that conviction as well as your expertise that will come across. Say what you mean what you say, and there's a saying that goes that more, less is more. Sometimes when you talk too long, you can go wrong. So you get right to the pain, because you're speaking to someone. When you get right to the pain, they will hear it. Shay, you've taught them before, you've taught on this, and it's critical, because if someone's got pain out there or a problem that needs to be solved, you just got to be a problem solver. And always remember this: when you are a problem solver and a pain reliever, you will never, ever, ever go hungry. So hopefully that's the tip that I want to give you guys. I know you're going to get great videos. You have all the support in the studio there for those that want to take it to that level there. If you've got a support team there that will tell you what you need to do to make it look good, and doing it collectively and in a collaborative effort, because when you reach one, you teach one, and when you help each other, when you help someone else, you're helping yourself. So, I was having a good time just watching you two in action. I tell you, you two should have a television show. You should have a show.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
It's an honor. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for spending time. Thanks for watching and sharing those tips and ideas, by the way.
Yep.
Hey, if you're out there,
You're more than welcome.
Yeah, you got something coming up, right? Sisterpreneur, right?
Shout out. Those are so great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And lastly, you have something coming up, right? Sisterpreneur, something that's coming up. You want to take a minute? She ready. Look, she ready. Shay, I'm ready for that. Sisterpreneur, talk to me. I'm ready for that.
But let me tell you what, because it ties back to what you all are doing.
Is it possible to have a brotherpreneur?
Women embracing their power.
Is it possible to have a brotherpreneur? Can you do that? Can you have a brotherpreneur at some point? I heard sisterpreneur. Can you have a brotherpreneur?
All my brothers say, can you do a brother thing? I said, can my brothers do the brother thing?
Oh!
We're blessed that the event is sold out. And let me tell you why. Based on what you all are talking about, a collaborative effort where sisters reached another sister and connected that way. Because most people say, well, we can't find you guys. How to find you? Because women fill it out because they reach other women. And that's what Trevor mentioned earlier. When you all together collectively support, it is amazing what you can do.
Well, thanks a lot.
Everybody put hashtag Sisterpreneur, and I encourage you to go find. If you don't know about Sisterpreneur, you better ask somebody. Go find out, man.
You want to be in the next one for sure. All right, Linda, thanks a lot. We appreciate you. Love you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Like,
you never know who's going to show up.
At the end of the day, I'm about to say, you don't know who's going to show up, but here's what you do know.
And in all honesty, you never know who's in the audience. Now, for many of you, you don't know who Linda, some of you may not even realize who Linda Clemens is, but she is behind some of the most powerful speaker brands in the country. Literally, I won't mention them by name, but believe you me, you've heard of many of the speakers that she has personally groomed. And you never know who's in the audience. But also, Dave, the business bully, is in the audience. And let's check him out. Let's see what Dave is doing down in Philadelphia.
All right, so, and as you're doing that right now, here's what we do know. I'm typing up Dave's name. We know that success is a team sport. We couldn't do this by ourselves. I couldn't do it by myself. Trevor couldn't do it by himself. Linda couldn't do it by herself. Ruben couldn't do it by himself. Heck, you can't do it by yourself. So, I'm typing up his name. Just look right below. If you're in, type I'm in. Maybe you're already in the BlackCEO collective broadcast.
And maybe you want one of the final
and you want one of these final spots that I got to write up
22,
here.
23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots that I got to put down here. Yep. But go ahead right now and just right below and put I'm in. But also jot this down as well. I mean, Dave. Is Dave or David? Dave. Put down success is a team sport. Hashtag 11. Success is a team sport. So you can only get so far by yourself. That's the truth. I want you to know that. And right now we're adding another group to your team. You have multiple folks on the team. Here's another player right here. BlackCEO Broadcast Collective.
And the reason, why you get Dave on the line is, showing up is everything, and how you show up. And a lot of times you have people who want to show up when the lights are brightest and the seats are full, and you never know who's in the audience. And if all you change is one life with your message, then you've done your job. But you show up with the best of who you are and the best of what you got, no matter what. You show up no matter what, and because you never know who's in the audience. And we didn't. There's some people that sent us messages now that we didn't even know they were in the audience. There are people who literally they were in their dressing room, stepped off of their television show, and said, "Hey, by the way, I'm watching you guys. Good luck." You never know who's in the audience, and part of this network allows you to really get in front of people that you don't know. And once our business becomes less about we start moving outside of networks that we don't know, it becomes more powerful. When it's less about who knows you and who you know, and more about who knows what you're about, who knows what your brand represents, who knows what your message is about, who knows about the purpose that you came to serve. Less focus on you and more focus on the results.
Absolutely. As I bring Dave on, Trevor, just check see if there's a popping noise. I'm hearing a couple folks text me and say there's a popping noise. So I don't know if I had this too close or too far back. Okay. So when they're talking, just check in the back and see if it's popping. I'll pull it out a little further. Okay. Hey, Dave. Now, for those folks that are listening, I have none other than Dave Anderson
Carla
on the
Stokes
line.
said she did not see her name, so we put Carla Stokes up here.
Well, I could probably give you 50 people that said they didn't see their name. But, Carla, your name went up there just now. See what happens when you do it a couple times?
Nope.
We have Dave Anderson on the line now. Dave Anderson is with Bully Business.
Business Bullies.
Business Bully. I keep saying backwards. Business Bully. Dave Anderson, if you can, take a moment, tell them your name, tell them where you're from, what you do, but more importantly, why it's important for them to get their message out. Take it away, Dave.
Hey, what's up? I am Dave Anderson. I am the Business Bully. I help all entrepreneurs, both emerging and growing entrepreneurs, get to the next level by tuning into who they are spiritually and at their core in order to help them make more money. I am a author, best-selling author, business coach, and speaker. Most importantly, I'm in the business of making you realize how important it is for you to step into your full potential and maximize your greatness. So when you talk about getting your message out there, you're talking about the infinite possibility of millions of people tuning in to make sure that what you bring to the marketplace is not only authentic, but is necessary, and showing them a different way. Your skill set is your skill set, and it's unique to you, and it's been given to you by the Creator in order for you to go out here and be a blessing to other people. And so when you put yourself in a position to say, hey, I'm a Black CEO, hey, I offer this product and or service, then you're putting yourself in a position to be great. And in order to really fulfill that greatness, you got to let people know. Otherwise, you're a tree in the forest. You know what they say. If a tree is in the forest and no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. So if a CEO is out there on the internet but doesn't promote their business, are they making money? And the answer is an emphatic no. And so I encourage everyone to make sure they do every possible thing they can to get to the next level and promote their business and be out there in front, be bold and stand in authority for what it is that you want to stress to you anything that Shay or Trevor haven't already said to you, other than I'm telling you I am living proof. 5 years ago, I was recovering from homelessness. You know, now I own a large company. I'm a Forbes Coaches Council member. I've spoken to 1 million people from the stage. I have 2.4 million views on YouTube, thousands of people on Facebook. I speak about 30 times out of the year. So I'm blessed, man. I don't really have any complaints, man, but it's because I took massive action and I kept being consistent. You know, so I encourage you to step up, be consistent, and watch the people who do it the best show you how to get your message to the next level.
Fantastic. And you have an event, Dave. We have an event coming up. Tell them at least what the date is, and then obviously we want them to follow along, and they'll be getting more information coming up very shortly. BlackCEO tour that'll be coming to Philadelphia.
Okay.
Right, the BlackCEO Philadelphia stop is called BullyCon 2017. It is a massive business event. Black CEOs are coming from all over the world to come down to Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, and really give us their time, their efforts, and their energy. It is August 4th and 5th in Philadelphia by the airport. We are just securing the venue right now. The tickets will be going up next Tuesday, so we're really excited about that. And so you will have all the details, but August 4th and 5th, mark your calendar, call your cousins, call your mamas, your cousins, sisters, brothers, and your great uncle Skip, and let them know you need to come to Black CEO Philadelphia, because I am going to tear the stage down. Shay Brown's going to tear the stage down. Trevor's going to tear the stage down. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. I can't even get my words out. Woo!
All right, Dave. Thanks a lot, my man. Looking forward to connecting with you soon, man. Thanks a lot. God bless you, man. All right, bye-bye.
I wonder what Andy's up to.
Well, that was Dave Anderson, as you were. Okay. Okay. So they said I don't have to yell as loud. That might be part of it as well. Yeah. Okay.
Good. All right, so let's check and see what Andy's doing, and then let's go ahead and wrap this up. And while you get this wrapped up, let me just kind of give a quick recap while you're getting Andy on the line, and then we'll kind of go from there. So listen, just to recap, look, 30 people are going to be selected to be a part of the Black CEO Broadcast Collective. One person broadcast, their video will be broadcast to all other people that are a part of the syndicate. So if Mary broadcasts, she's not just broadcasting to her tribe, but she's broadcasting to every other member's tribe within the network, okay? There are some rules put in place to make sure that the quality of the content is good. There's some rules that put in place to make sure that it's not seller-palooza, so there's no selling, but there is list building, and there's some processes and systems built in place to make sure that, that there is integrity and value in the content that's being added to the network. One of the things that's going to happen is everybody that's in the network, we're going to be spending $300 per person within the network to actually promote their fan page, so they can actually have followers for people who actually care about the difference that they came to make in their lives. In addition to promoting their individual fan pages, we're also going to be promoting your individual video. So every time your video is broadcast, we're going to be promoting it. And also you're going to get access to all of the networks, the trainings, the videos. It's just a complete all-encompassing, done-for-you solution. And I'll say that again, it's a done-for-you solution. It allows you to do what you do best, be the expert, be the difference maker, be the leader, be that entrepreneur, be that Black CEO, and let us take care of the rest. And so if you're interested, you go to countmein17.com. We're going to try to get to as many people we can tonight. Let me just do something, because a few of you, I always like the people who like the people who kind of hang out to the end. It's like at the end of the movie and they have a little extra.
Oh, yeah.
All right, for those of you who hung out at the end, you're like, look, I want to try to just get right to the front of the line. I want to talk to somebody right away. Take your cell phones out. Take your cell phones out right now. Like, do it right now. Like, do it right now. Look, you can text Shay directly right now. You can text Shay at 202-270-1662. 270-1662. Now, you still got to make your appointment, all that kind of good stuff, but you can text Shay directly, personally, 202-270-1662, and some of y'all going to get a personal call from Shay tonight.
And when you text me, put the words count me in 17. Put count me in 17 so I know who you are, and put your first name and your last name if you would do that as well, and your best contact number.
Yeah, and then we don't assume that the number you text in from is your best contact number.
That's why we want them to put their
so
best
put your
contact
best contact number in there and put your email address in there, and we're going to be reaching out to some of y'all tonight. Some of y'all going to get a personal call from me. Some of y'all going to get a personal call from Shay.
Absolutely.
Some of y'all going to get a call even before your appointment. So those for the people. This is a little perk for those people who decided to stay to the very end. And we got something special for you. So text 202-270-1662. And I got a note from the producer when I went in the back. They kind of gave me the hook, and they said, Trevor.
Which means nothing, Trevor, just because they get hooked on me, he's going to be hooked.
Well, they kind of chewed me out back there. They said, look, you got to leave the video up for 36 hours because there are people who need to go back and re-listen to some of the rules. So this video will be up for 36 hours for those people who needed to listen to it, or if you needed to share it with a spouse or somebody on your team. So this video will stay up for 36 hours.
So hit the share button. He said share it with someone on your team. Hit the share button and go ahead and pay it forward.
And also Thursday will be the launch of the Black Wellness Collective. So if you know anybody in the Black Wellness space, big shout out to @Candace Camille. Everybody put a shout out. But hey, everybody in the comment section put Black Wellness Collective coming Thursday. Go Candace Camille. Give her a big shout out. We got to give her a big send off. The Black Wellness Collective coming Thursday. Go Candace Camille. Put that in the comment section. And if you know anybody that's in the wellness space, nutrition space, physical fitness space, and they are ready, there's a whole different broadcast network just for that. If you know anybody, they're in meditation, wellness, physical training, nutrition. If there any, have them connect with Candace Camille and the Black Wellness Collective. Theirs will be launching in 30 days as well. They officially do this Thursday. They'll be doing their broadcast. They're taking their first 30. So their 30 may be even taken up before they even get to the broadcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but so if you know anybody in the wellness space, connect with Candace Camille. Put @Candace Camille down there. And, big shout out to just some of the people that's out there just really just out there making a difference in the world. Stephanie Barnes, just out there just crushing it. Rhonda Moore, Kim Martin, C-suite women.
And Stephanie Barnes.
Yeah, Stephanie Barnes, and
Kim Martin.
Kim Martin. No, but it was the young lady we talked to today. She
Rhonda Williams. Kenya. Kenya Conley Jones.
Yeah, Kenya Conway Jones. Kenya Conway Jones. Big shout out to you. Kenya Conway Jones. Yeah. She's just really doing some amazing.
New birth?
Rebirth of a woman. Something. Yeah, but just
coming soon.
Yeah, there's some women doing some phenomenal things. And oh, by the way, one other side note for those people who decide to stay a little bit later. Many of you who are selected to be a part of the 30 are some of the same people who are going to be selected to be speakers and presenters and facilitators at BlackCEO 18, the national conference. Congratulations. That's what happens when you learn to finish. We got to get a return on finish. Finish is completing something to the point that it can go on without our on-site supervision, right? And the question today is, what do you have to do to finish, right? If there's something that you have a deficit of in your life or in your business, it's because you didn't finish something. Today you finished something. You finished the presentation. You finished to the very end. But there's more work to be done. We got some stuff that we got to finish. And if we finish it correctly, it'll go on without our on-site supervision. And so no more return on investment. Let's raise our level of communication. Let's raise our level of thinking. Forget return on investment. We are for return on finish. My name is Trevor Otts.
My name is Shay Brown, by the way. Welcome to BlackCEO Broadcast Collective. For those that text me.
And we got to give them the rule about how we sign out now.
Oh, yeah. For those that text and said, hey, I want to have a conversation before your interview or tonight, and get the little special bonuses, you can text me at 202-270-1662. You made it, so you can get this. 202-270-1662. Text the word count me in 17 and put your first name, your last name, your best contact number. You may get a contact tonight from me personally. It might be from Trevor, might be from someone on our team, and the best email to reach you. But don't forget to register. Don't forget to register right below. Don't forget to register and follow that link.
Now, whenever we finish a BlackCEO event, because BlackCEO is not me and it's not Shay, BlackCEO is you, and BlackCEO is you, and BlackCEO is you on, in the watching audience and on Facebook Live and on YouTube and the different places where this has been broadcast and syndicated to. It's not just about one person. So we always end with BlackCEO out. And so as you're signing off, just type into the comment section, #BlackCEO out. By the way, BlackCEO is one word. So #BlackCEO out. And so as you're signing off, sign off and just let us know you're signing off. Just put #BlackCEO out. And whatever stage you're on in America, whatever stage you're on in another country, whether it's a conference call, a webinar, whether you got a mic in your hand, when you leave that stage, tell them. BlackCEO out. Let them know that it was a Black CEO on that stage. Let them know that it was a Black CEO on that webinar. Let them know that it was a Black CEO holding that microphone. Let them know that it was a Black CEO making a difference in their life. Let them know that they were graced by the presence of a Black CEO. My name is Trevor Otts, and as a Black CEO, I am unapologetic about the unique distinction that we represent in the marketplace. BlackCEO out.
Andrea Johnson, I see you. Black CEO out. Teresa, do you see? Black CEO out. I see you. Don Ferguson said hashtag Black CEO out, on the way out right now. Melissa Watson, Black CEO out. For all of you out there, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. John Chambers said hashtag Black CEO out. Melissa Watson Gray, I see you. Wilma Williams said hashtag Black CEO out. Brittany Brooks, hey Brittany, hashtag Black CEO out. Elisa Bowen said hashtag Black CEO what? Out. Eric Ferguson, my man, hashtag Black CEO out. Nick Shepard, hey Nick Shepard, I saw your note. I hope you put I'm in. Hashtag Black out. It's Black CEO out. But you tried, Nick. You tried. You tried. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you for trying. For all of you out there that are trying. Again, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Make it a great day, everyone. Black CEO what? Out. Talk to you later. John Chambers, I said it again. Hashtag Black CEO out. Talk to you soon. God bless. Hey, Boop Boom. Hashtag Black CEO out. From London. Thanks for joining from London, by the way. We will be in London in August, by the way. Can't wait to connect with you in August. I think it's August 6th through the 12th. We're bringing Black CEO Tour there with Vanessa, I keep saying Collins, but Vanessa McLean, and also with Janelle, I think it's Johnson. I can't remember last name, Jenel, but we're going to be in London. Can't wait. Darren Buckner said, hashtag Black CEO out. You got it. There you go, Nick Shepard. Hashtag Black CEO out. We're out of here, Trevor. Hashtag Black CEO